Hey guys, welcome to
MooseMachine!
That's our new name. We've just started the MooseMachine stream today. It's exciting, exciting rebranding.
Yep.
We may or may not have been told that our old name may not have been exactly family friendly.
Family friendly was not something we were thinking about when we started.
We were
this whole
thinking
thing.
about getting drunk in front of a camera and playing some War Machine.
Well, that was a really great idea, and that was great until the first time we went to a con that had more than just War Machine players at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so now we are MooseMachine.
MooseMachine has happened.
So we are all Canadian War Machine stuff happening all the time. There's all kinds of stuff that's going to happen on this channel. We have big things coming up. Hopefully, now that you're getting settled in, things have changed around your house. We're going to be able to get back to streaming regularly. But today
we have something special.
We have something really special for you guys today. What do we got, George?
Today we have the finals game from a tournament that actually happened. What, we're talking a week and a bit back?
Yeah, a week and a bit, yeah. 2 weeks.
2 weeks now. Wow,
2
weeks. It doesn't seem like
Lazy bastards.
Yes.
They told us they were going to get to the finals. It took them 2 weeks to get around.
Well, let's not put that all on them.
Oh, it's all them. It's their fault. Not ours.
Well, so basically what happened is it was a tournament that should have gone 4 rounds. It actually only went 3.
Yep.
So we were really locked in because of time, and since the 2 players were both from Kingston, they said, you know what, we're going to go home, we're going to have a grudge match, and we're going to decide this thing.
Yeah, and they are players that play each other all the time.
Yep.
So we're going to introduce you guys to Oz and Tim. We're going to get an interview with them at the end of the show.
That's our hope.
This
is the first time they're hearing about that part.
Yeah, well, we'll explain it to them later.
Yeah, exactly.
That they're going to have to
when they're doing it, we'll have to make sure that they can Skype in, or we'll just stick them up in front of here and have the minute and a half delay between each question.
So they haven't actually unboxed yet. I see them. We can see them. You can't yet. We're going to pull them up onto the big screen in just a second, and you'll be able to see them too. They're just pulling out they're figuring out what they're going to play.
Pulling out their armies.
Now let's talk a bit about Tim and Oz, because these are the 2 opponents, and most of you guys aren't going to know who these guys are. We do.
Yeah.
Let's start with Tim, because Tim is kind of if you are from Ottawa and you drive to Kingston, and Tim is playing against you, what can you expect?
To lose?
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much. No, generally what happens when you sit down across from Tim is you'll have a really wonderful, clean game against a really fun opponent who looks like he's about to blow a blood vessel at any second.
I like to describe Tim, if you're about to see like our local dual meta champion. I feel like Tim is our dual meta champion.
Well, as long as Banky didn't show up.
As long as Banky doesn't show up, so as long as the other Tim doesn't show up. And what's cool about Tim is, I like to put him as plays on tilt Tim. That's how I kind of, because the guy, like, instead of, getting worried about tilt, he just starts on it. Angry and ready to go.
Well, he, generally when I'm playing against him, he's done his research.
Yep.
He's, like Marc-Andre from our meta, he's someone who takes a lot of time to zero in on a list, to spend a lot of time to get it right.
Yep.
And when you come up against him, he's done his homework.
Absolutely.
He is ready to go, and also, that you're going to have a really great game.
You're going to have a great game, and it's going to be a clean game. And what's cool is he's also a gentleman player, as we like to say. He does get a little stressed, but the cool part is that he does give you gimmies. He makes sure that the 2 of you are having a really great, fair game. Now, let's talk about his opponent today, is Oz, who I never met him until GeekMarket a couple of weeks ago. Yeah. But what a cool guy and a monster player.
Yeah, I haven't actually had the pleasure of playing against Oz yet. I have watched quite a few of his games. Being a TO and a press ganger myself, I have the luxury to be able to watch a lot of games during tournaments.
Absolutely.
And one of the great things about being able to watch those games is you can see people when they don't think they're being watched. Because when you're playing a game of War Machine, you're looking across the table at someone, and you're completely focused in on those
zoomed
models.
In, absolutely.
I'm lucky enough to get to watch people when they're not concentrating on me at all. And I've watched quite a few of Oz's games, and they have been really enjoyable. Really good player. Also another clean player. One of the things I really like about going to the Kingston meta is that they play really clean.
Super clean, which is I think that's a testimonial to Aggie and the people that have organized that, that have really built that meta up. is that those guys have started from the beginning with a really strong foundation in the rules, a really strong foundation in sportsmanship. And I think that that's important to note while you're watching tonight's game. Let's throw... They're actually setting up right now, and I think this is kind of cool for you guys to watch, to see how these guys are unboxing. So let's throw them up on the screen for you guys to see.
So we're
looking at our fat asses isn't really...
Well, they'll still have to deal with us down here.
We're down here! Don't forget that we're down here.
Yeah, now, I have just gotten in from the 2 players, and it looks like Tim is going to be playing his Lich 2.
Okay.
And Oz is playing, it looks like Raven, Fane Knight.
Ooh! So tell me a bit about which factions are they playing, and let's talk a bit about and let's talk a bit about those 2 casters and where, from what we feel like their specialty is.
Well, I'm going to leave Raven to you because I'm a horrible bastard, and I know you don't know anything either about her.
Okay. Well, I'll start researching Raven.
Grab that war room.
What faction is that exactly?
That would be Retribution of Syra.
Right.
So we've got to your right. So let's see, just above my head here is Tim's Crix, and then farther over that way there, you'll see Oz's Ret. Now, Lich 2, if you've been playing War Machine for any reasonable amount of time, you will have come across Lich 2. Often one of the matchups that not a lot of people want to, come up against. It's often mentioned in the same breath as, say, a Harby, a Haley 2. Lich Lord Asphyxius is a powerful caster. He loves his Banes. He loves his Bloat Thralls. And he has a lot of really, really good tricks. Now, we are going to have a little bit of a problem because I don't have their lists in front of me.
Oh, I think we could probably get them to
I've gotten Oz's list. And looks like Tim has also sent me his list. Awesome. So, we'll go over Tim first. Tim is running Lich Lord Asphyxius. His battle group is a Night Wretch and a Helldiver. He's got a max Bane Thralls with the Bane Thrall UA, max Bane Knights, and max Blood Witches.
All right, so we're looking at, ladies and gentlemen, we are looking at a straight-up Bane spam.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any other way to put that other than a Bane spam.
It has the Blood Witches and the Blood Hag. Well,
yeah.
It's hard to say it's a Bane spam because in Crix, that is basically what you get. Yeah, well, not every list. But when you have a unit as good as the Banes, it behooves you to actually use them, right?
Yeah, I agree. All right, so, and then we're dealing with Red. And this is interesting. We've talked about Red.
Well, let me finish up this list first. We've got the Blood Hag, the Bite Thralls, the Wither Shadow Combine, Tartarus, of course, Darregrave, and Saxon Auric. Excellent. Okay, so... we're on to...
I'm buying the deck from the App Store because I don't own Retribution of Syra. But here's the thing: if you're gonna buy the app for the War Room app, just right off the top, ladies and gentlemen, go buy all the decks.
Yeah, they say it's free. It's really not free. Just buy the decks right away because as soon as you start playing for any length of time, you're really, really gonna
save yourself about $20 in the long run
because you're not gonna buy them one at a time.
Because if you did what I did. Yeah, no.
So, I see. Yep, we've got the thumbs up, everybody. The thumbs up has been given.
It has happened. It has happened.
So, we'll stop nattering on. We'll talk about Oz's army once people get started. Yeah.
Do we know who's... I mean, obviously, let's see here. We've got the thumbs up, and the Banes are way forward.
Well, no. They haven't deployed yet.
Okay.
You notice, so with the line of cards that he's got there,
I think
it's so that he isn't deploying into his line.
It looks to me like Oz is going first, so he's going to get first deploy, just by looking at the board.
We're just checking to make sure who's going first.
Guys, you gotta start setting up.
Yeah, go ahead, guys.
We're good to go.
We saw that, and we're ready to go. So, and the clock is started. So Oz is deploying first. Oz's list is
still trying to buy the damn deck. Because now it needs my iTunes password.
Well, of course.
I hope you
wouldn't
all...
be good without 3 or 4 passwords.
Yeah. Say, oh, wait.
So
I have to confirm that I'm buying.
Yes. So, of course, we're going with Fane Knight Raven.
Okay.
All
right.
Raven, the Eternal Light. She's got 6 Warjack points.
I probably have to update now.
Discordia, the Houseguard Thane.
Okay.
Just Discordia. Wow. Okay. Houseguard Thane. Mage Hunter Assassin. The Fane Knight Scareth. Scareth Assyrian. Houseguard Rifleman Leader and 9 Grunts with the Officer and Standard. Mage Hunter Strike Force, of course. With the Commander.
Mental note for next time, we get them to send the lists like an hour in advance so we can research the shit out of it.
Yeah, that's the type
We literally know nothing about what's going on right now.
Well, some of these units, of course, I've seen across the table by other players, right? The Mage Hunter Strike Force is intimately well known to me. Lady Iona and Holt, of course.
Oh, Iona and Holt.
Mage Hunter Infiltrators. Eris 3 running on
on the Mage Hunters. Yeah.
On the Mage Hunters.
As the UI.
Let's see.
Yeah.
And one.
Are you?
Yeah.
So Raven. Raven has Quick Work,
Yep.
Swift Hunter, and Virtuoso. So, and
sounds like a Lilith to me.
Yeah, it sounds like she's kind of Lilith-like
maybe.
When she uses her gun, she can spend a focus point to make it a 3-inch AOE.
Okay.
When she uses her blade, she has Thresher. Okay. She has Eliminator for her first spell, so you can advance after you do the damage. Locomotion.
Yep, we all know
Snipe.
how awesome Locomotion is. Snipe, yeah.
Veil of Mists and Vortex of Destruction. And her feat is Firestorm, which, while in Raven's control area this turn, friendly faction models gain boosted range attack rolls, and Swift Hunter. So what that tells me is, just looking at this pretty briefly, is I'm looking at this as a maneuverability caster.
Yep.
With basically a super range feat.
Yeah. Now, most of those ranged abilities are going to be able to put on any infantry, and that's where they're going to make the most difference. Right. That's why the low Jack loadout with that list. Now, of course...
And if everybody's getting Swift Hunter, that means everybody's going to get a 2-inch move whenever they're killing stuff. Yeah. I think this is a good matchup against Crix.
Well, you can immediately see why Raven was his pick against this list, because he has the ability to kill lots of stuff.
Yeah.
Those guys are going to do a lot of work. Now, unfortunately, he is going up against Crix, so the Jack Hunter, I think it's the assassins that have Jack Hunter. Let's see. Oh no, I think it's the Strike Force that has. Can you check Strike Force, see if it has Jack Hunter? Isn't going to help. Of course, we've just got a couple of Jacks on Crix.
So what was that? Which one?
Mage Hunter Strike Force.
Mage Hunter Strike Force. Jack Hunter.
Yeah, they've got Arcane Assassin and Jack
Hunter. And are
they
not dealing with any Jacks in this list at all? Is that the deal?
No, on Tim's side, yeah, you've got a couple of Jacks. You've got a Night Wretch, and I do believe he's got. Let me just go back to his list here. Yeah, he does have a Helldiver as well.
So I mean, it doesn't have. Yeah. He doesn't have as much to throw them against, but on the other hand,
well, they're a good all-purpose unit anyway.
Yep.
With AD, he's going to be up the field real fast.
Yep, absolutely, and he's got the answer really for the Bane spam. Which I mean, here's the problem with Crix, guys. The problem when straight up from my opinion anyway, the problem when you're dealing with Crix is once you have Banes, that many Banes in your face, you're screwed.
Yeah.
Trying to be a little more family friendly now. I'm no longer going to say you're totally fucked. I should never fucking say that ever.
Oh my god,
I'll get totally in trouble. So anyways, I think opinion.
Yeah.
Just from what we quickly read on Raven, I think we can both agree. I think he may have chosen the right caster. I can look at other ret casters, and I don't know if they have the answers.
I would definitely say that is the appropriate pick of his two lists.
He's going to have to Alpha Strike, though, and he's going to have to get that feed off during the Alpha Strike to make it work.
Well, I think he has that ability. He's going first. He's got a lot of AD.
It's true. It's true.
He's got two real choices here. He could make them come to him if he wants to have the the one advanced deploy.
Who's in the bush.
Yeah. So for anybody who obviously isn't particularly familiar with their terrain down in Kingston, we are looking at 2 forests, one on the left, one on the right. I believe that is water in the center, 2 walls and 2 obstructions. The scenario has 2 outer flags that, though they are beautiful and wonderful markers, they're kind of hard to see against the white.
Are those the... Okay, I see, yes.
So there's one flag actually just adjacent to each forest.
So they're kind of they're just adjacent to each forest. So the green things are forest.
Yeah.
We have no hills, which is interesting.
Now, they may be playing that black one as a hill.
Okay.
Hill?
Okay, hill. Thank you.
Forest, hill.
Okay.
Okay,
So there we go.
2
so
hills.
we've got
obstruction.
the hill, the 2 forests, the obstruction, the obstruction.
Okay.
And the 2 walls.
And the 2 walls.
Yeah. So we've got 2 objectives. We've got 2 objectives in that center zone. Now, since this is a 2015 scenario, of course, those objectives are friendly factions.
They're even going to switch the... Look at that.
Look at that.
Actually, if you guys could switch the flags instead of the objectives.
Yeah, the flags are actually much more important, but we won't hear that until
no. So
a couple of
in
seconds.
15 seconds, they'll be like, "Oh shit, we switched the wrong ones." Oh look, they've got more.
There we go.
What a lovely day.
I really appreciate that they were using objectives from an event I ran. That's absolutely great, and I thank them very much for that.
Yep.
Unfortunately, they're not easy to see on this.
Well, you learned that lesson and you made new ones. So.
Well, yeah, the new ones that will be from this year's event at Blood and Iron, which will be a War Machine weekend.
All right. So we had the handshake. Sorry to interrupt you. We had the handshake, and it's on. So on like Donkey Kong.
Yeah. Now, so at this point, Oz has 2 choices. He can try and get out there. And if he feels comfy that he's got the distance on those Banes, he can move up and shoot. Now, the thing he might want to consider is only moving up just like a regular walk. He's still going to be outside of the Bane charge lane, but he will be able to stand and shoot on the next turn.
Yep.
You know, Banes aren't particularly hard to hit. They are 12s, but dice have been known to betray you. And as much as you can take dice out of the equation, that might be the way to go.
Well, we'll probably also, just to request, Agatha, if you're listening in on it, you might want to turn our volume off because we are going to be talking a lot about strategy and shit.
Yeah.
And the last thing that these guys need to hear is us telling them what to do.
Yeah, because then they're going to play it so badly wrong.
Well, they're not really going to listen to us. But I mean, really, I don't think Tim or Oz need to listen to us at all.
Yeah, well, that is absolutely
if they
true.
did listen to one thing we said, they would probably lose the game.
Yeah, and neither of us want to be responsible for that.
All right, so we have some of the first measuring going on. What?
No, he is just waving his tape measure.
He's waving his tape measure randomly around.
Now, I will say this about that. As a PG, never ever do that. Pull your tape measure in. Do not wave it around the table. Because 2 things. One, obviously, well, he's measuring from his caster right now.
There we go. Okay, so he is measuring, it looks like, control range.
Yes, he was measuring his control range. Now, something I will get everybody to notice is that how he pulled it out little bits at a time. A lot of people, when they go to measure their control range, they'll just pull out their tape measure and swing it all over the table.
Yep.
The problem with that is because this is an open information game, your opponent can request any measurement you just made.
Absolutely.
And if you swing it all over the table, he can request any of those measurements.
I wish I could tell which unit this is he's moving forward. It's one of his larger units. Unfortunately, with them all being white, I have no friggin' clue. Yeah. So here's the thing, guys. Just for people watching the stream, I don't think we have anybody watching the stream yet. Which is so weird that you had people. You know what it is? It's because of your League of Legends.
Yes.
League of Legends, and everybody just unsubscribed.
Yep. It's horrible. Horrible.
So what I was going to say, though, guys, is if you are watching the stream, remember that and nobody's watching it, so I don't know why I'm saying this. But at any time, you could also just switch right to their stream.
Yeah.
And we'll post their stream in the chat so you know where it is so that you can always move to it if need be. All right. So he's moving a unit of white-looking dudes on the white-looking board. It's pretty white.
If we turn up their volume, what we'll be able to do is better hear what they say.
Oh, hey, look at that. There's a volume button. We can probably turn the volume up on the computer, too.
Alright, so now they'll activate, so they get to run 14. Yeah. So they'll run 2.
Oh, we do have a viewer.
Hey,
we
look
got
at
the
that.
viewer.
Oh, Maelstrom. Hello, Maelstrom. We don't know who you are. Okay, so looks like we've got, what are those? The ghost hunters? Is that what they're called? They're like the big rifle.
The sniper
unit?
team.
The sniper team.
5 more, so I'll move 2 here. This guy.
I mean, right now he's doing exactly what. I mean, he's unboxing.
Yes.
The only weird part, I guess it's because he's not facing something with a ton of AoE. I'm not seeing a lot of clouding going on, but I don't think that's a bad move in this case, because really it's just about stopping that frickin' spam of Bane Thralls coming down and eating your face.
Yeah, so...
And he's got a light cav out too, it looks like. What's the red light cav? Or is that a heavy cav?
I believe that's their Dragoon.
Okay.
Let me just check his name. That is... Let's see.
Well, right now his name is I'm up front and going to take it.
Yeah, Death Knell from...
that's Fane Knight Scareth Siren.
Gotcha. All right, so he's way up front and ready to take a beating. is
Well,
what's happening.
he's on the hill, so he's got that +2 to defense.
Against range. And,
Well, at this point, what he is betting on is that there is going to be 0 range coming out.
Yep.
Well,
Which
there
with
might
this
be a
list,
spell or two,
with
but
this list is pretty. Yeah, he's got spells to fear, not a lot of range.
yeah, there are also an unfortunately large amount of spell and explosion abilities.
Okay, so balls within 3 inches of their blast damage. Great.
So I want you guys to watch the clock. One of the things that's
forest,
happening
not a
right
hill.
off the top for me is that Oz is down almost 7 minutes right now.
Well, the thing about what's going on is, of course, he's already deployed as well.
And they have that
He deployed on the clock, and he burned a couple of minutes there.
Yeah.
So, an average first turn with an army that you are not 100% with, like if you haven't played the army, say, 60 times, your unpack is always going to be a little bit different, and you're always going to have to think about your unpack. Right? He's got a nice fast army that can actually move in to...
I know, it happens.
Hey, now Aggie,
turn off the volume.
Turn off our volume. We don't want us affecting them. Because his army's so fast, he has to make decisions.
Yeah.
Do I want to get this model on the hill? Do I want to get this model into the forest? Right? So those are actually decisions he has to make. It's not like, say, a troll brick moving up or something like that, where it moves ahead, you know, it's 10 inches and it's done.
There's us telling it.
Well, yes, of course. That's always the way it is.
No, this is more fun this way.
So do they want you to turn it down?
They want to turn it down so that you can't hear the commentary.
Oh, no, it's okay. If you guys want to hear the commentary, on your own heads, be
Just don't.
We're okay
It's
with
also
that.
going to be 15-second late.
Yeah.
So it's always going to be
So
like,
we'll always be saying things like, "Ooh, he shouldn't have done. Ooh,
he totally walked into that one.
that was horrible."
If only he could hear us.
Yes.
No, that sounds...
So it looks.
He's gonna cast snipe for 2.
There goes the
on
snipe
the rifle.
under the rifle core. That's the lower unit.
Absolutely, yeah. Now, of course, the problem with this is most of his Banes are going... not all of them, but a lot of his Banes are going to have stealth, right?
You can only have one UA, I believe.
Yeah,
Let me
you can
just
also-
check.
Okay,
But you got to remember that.
do you know over? I want to watch Tim how quick, let's
Helldiver's gonna
look how
activate.
fast the dude moves.
Oh, your base is being weird.
One of the really important things to know about the Banes,
But it's not the mic,
he doesn't actually have 2 units of Bane Thralls.
Okay.
He just got 1 with the UA.
Oh, okay.
The Knights don't have it, but the Blood Witches can on as their mini feat.
Throw down some stuff.
Yeah, well, no,
Death Knell's gonna aim
as their
shoot
mini
at
feat,
your,
they can become
geyser.
incorporeal.
He's gonna
So you need magical weapons to hit them.
15.
And now, I do believe
Thanes
Syra has
are
access to
going
magical
to-
weapons.
What's the range of him giving?
I'm not familiar enough with them to say how. I think it's the Houseguard Thane. I recall the Houseguard Thane fixing everybody's problems,
Right.
but I don't actually remember whether the magical weapons was one of them.
Model is part of that unit.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, we've got white models and white tables. That's always a tough one,
They're gonna
guys. But I want you to look at how incredibly efficient Tim is with this move, and you have to when you're running a list like this because you've just got so many models on the table.
Well, one of the nice things about Crix is that they do have a relatively simple unpack.
Yeah.
When you don't have to worry about shooting, when you don't have to worry about, too much really specific placement, other than, of course, your arc nodes and stuff like that. You can just sort of get out there and cloud up.
Yep.
Now, that holds true like 80% of the time. That other 20%, you're going to have a hard unpack.
Yeah.
If you get weird terrain, like looking at this board, he's got that big forest. He's using it into his advantage. Just get people
Wait,
in there.
did they say the greens were forests or hills?
Forest. The black is a hill.
Oh, the black is a hill. Right.
Yeah. So that because they've got that unpack, he's got to get the fast stuff out and then the little stuff behind it. So we know where those statistics witches are because they're up at the top.
Yep.
He just asked about their magic, whether the unit across from them had magic weapon.
Yep.
Since they don't, no mini feat this turn, and it's just a run.
Okay, so that yeah. So the what is the mini feat for the statistic? The thing that starts with an S and ends with an X.
Yeah. The nice ladies there, nice ladies, are their mini feat gives them a corporeal for a turn.
Ah, gotcha.
So that's why the question about the magic weapons.
Right.
I can turn it back up. Even better, yeah.
Sweet. So this is here's the difference. Oz has done a brick, and Tim has a cloud. Well, I think that's a good choice. He's dealing with a ton of range. I don't see any flaw in the logic here.
Yeah. Well, the only thing about having that group up is now I want to. The guys, some of them have reach. I believe it to be the knights.
Oh, okay.
And that the only downside, of course, would be if he could get a knight in there. Now, this is turn one. I don't see him getting a knight.
No, it's going to be. The nice thing is that Oz has dragged him out, so he's going to get the alpha on this.
Well, where else was he going to go? If he wants to be relevant in the scenario, everything has to get out there.
Which, interestingly enough, guys, that's what Scenario is all about. Scenario is all about forcing us to move forward so that we can be relevant. If there was no scenario, then we could sit around and play chase all day long.
Yes, there's a couple of big reasons for scenario. One is the chase down the caster effect. Another big one is those casters that can affect the entire board from wherever they want.
Yeah.
You're looking at Harbinger, you're looking at Haley, Lich to a certain extent, Father Lucant, anybody who can project force, whether it be through spells, through abilities, or just the sheer ability to have a control area.
And Haley 3, as we all know, who's going to have 21 focus.
Of course.
So it's going to have a 41-inch control range, or 42-inch control range, and makes Squire unlimited. So you can have 10 Squires.
Well, no, I believe the actual thing is it only ups it by 2.
Oh,
it's 1 squire per Haley.
Oh, okay, so 1 squire per Haley. So yeah. Well, and so that's only going to be 48 control range.
48 control range, right?
And it's a good thing that since we've been testing Haley 3,
well, of course,
and we all agreed that didn't really break the game.
No,
it really just evened out the Bradigus.
Her control area was so big anyway that it didn't really affect much. We found
it just evened out the Bradigus curve.
Yeah, exactly.
And then,
though they didn't let us in on what her theme force was going to be, so we're all hoping that gives her a little help because we're all kind of worried about her power level.
Well, yeah. Well, there was rumor that the theme force was going to be that if you get tier 1 is if you have any Merc or Signar in your list, that you get to choose whatever is on all your dice on every roll. But
that it might seem powerful to some people, but it really isn't that big an advantage. A good player is going to be pulling
on clock. You're going to be constantly thinking all the time.
Yeah, it's just going to slow you.
Yeah, it's going to slow you.
All right, so there is the AoEs going out.
Yeah, all right, so we got some rings of something, rings of badness. My guess is you can't run through that without taking either a POW 10 or a POW 12.
or a single point of damage.
Or a single point of
Scather's
damage.
right thing.
Yeah. It's bad, whatever it is.
Well, the sunshine and happiness clouds haven't been released.
They are
but
defense 12.
we're hoping to see.
Yep.
And 12.
So he's just confirming the POW 12 or the Def 12.
So we've clicked
on
over,
Baines.
and I mean, let's look at the clock. Tim has an extra 3 minutes, but then he knows this army like the back of his hand, so he's not really. I mean, his deployment took about 3 minutes less. So in the end,
Yeah.
clock's starting to even up.
Well, one thing that you're going to find with any player is that the more you have to think, the better off you, or the slower your turns are going to be.
Absolutely.
But taking that time to think now, at the beginning of the game, when you have your entire army, is the correct decision.
Absolutely.
You don't want to be doing that think when you have 7 minutes on the clock, when you have 12 minutes on the clock. But at this point,
All right.
I don't see the difference between a 47 to a 51 clock is not going to be
not a huge difference. All right, so we're going to be quiet for just a second because here comes the alpha. Oz is thinking.
He's trying to
Doing
figure
the old ruler bend.
Yep.
Classic maneuver.
Yep.
Okay, we'll start with the. We'll start with him. Sorry, as I was saying. So he's gonna move over. He's gonna walk his 6 to there. He's gonna put firing solution on them. So firing solution on the north spell.
Yeah.
And they're going to fire
Go.
on black too. They have hunters, so they can hold it.
Here we go. He's going to try to clear a bunch of bands, I think.
Yep.
Or whatever that is. I can't really tell if it's bands or whatever.
No,
I'm guessing it's
So
not.
we've got the witches up at the top.
Yeah.
It looks like we've got
Is Helma?
knights in the
Helma?
forest.
Hellbound.
Oh, it's the
Hellbound is
knights.
So we
a.
have the Banes in the middle with the UA.
Can't be charged, and it's a 5-inch. Within 5 inches of him is rough terrain.
Okay. So they're gonna activate now. Now they ignore stealth. They have snipe up, so they're gonna move their 6.
Okay,
So then I'm on 6.
Pretty much all he can.
Yeah. Well, he's got the range. He's got the ignoring of the stealth, and he
Big game, buddy.
is just
Big
going to
game.
start
Big
picking
game.
his target.
He's got to take those. He's got to take those knights out before they get to him.
Well,
that's not
the other
putting
thing is
anything
he's
wrong,
going to
right?
want targets of opportunity. He's going to be hunting. He's going to be hunting a banner to get rid of that tough.
Yep.
He's going to be hunting UAs. He's going to be trying to get as many shots as he can in there.
Yet still blocking all the charge lanes so that
I like the deal.
when that charge comes in.
Yeah, well, you're gonna take a Bane charge. This
Well,
is
but the nice
you're
thing
fighting against crypt.
The nice
But
thing is he's got a lot of cannon fodder. He's
Yeah.
not sitting there with 6 freaking.
Yeah,
Control. Large
you're not
base
playing
critters.
Legion where there's 6 models or
Yeah.
one of my ridiculous convergence lists
When can I
with
make it
like
minus
3 huge bases.
Whenever.
There is lots of stuff that you can.
Alright, so what's he measuring here?
He's checking for stealth to the forest,
Okay.
Okay.
So the 3 inches. Yeah.
and we
So
have
what? You have to.
a
Oh,
partial
sorry.
observer here in the middle of the damn screen.
Now you have it.
Yes.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine.
That's annoying.
That 3-inch check is to see if you can see through the forest.
Here's that whole accuracy thing, guys, too. I mean, this is great. The only problem I'm seeing here is that the terrain is shifting a little bit. The model's shifting a little bit.
Well,
But it's a good way to check.
you got to remember, we have the God's
So
eye
they're gonna
view.
start
That's true.
To them, they probably haven't seen anything. And I wouldn't guess that the terrain has not too
May have
much
just been
movement.
wobbly camera.
Yeah, I think it was the nice gentleman trying to check the distance, bumping into the camera.
Yeah.
Could be, could be. So he's using
So
the
the main
move,
feed is,
Muse on Minis accurate measurement template dealios, and that's I mean that 3-inch
Attack or damage?
side is super handy for this type of
Yeah, that is a really
So then
great
we have
set.
14?
It has a 2-inch reach on both
So,
of the accurate
we'll
measurements.
do
It
2
has a 3, a 4, a 5, and a 6-inch.
Well, armor sword.
Outside of some very fast
We'll do
cavalry
right here.
and infantry,
So these
you
two
can do
here.
almost every
We'll check
movement
these.
in the game
Should be.
using
within
those
it is.
tokens. In fact,
So,
it's gotten to the
rat
place I
7.
use them so quickly that
It's faster than that.
yeah, way faster using a tape
6 and
measure.
7 is
Ow,
13.
6 on the dice.
That was a bad first roll. Ouchie!
Double ones are still a thing.
Even with 3 dice, that would still suck.
Now, this is a great thing that
All
I
right,
see.
number 2.
Miss.
Oh!
Something great that I see a lot of people do. You see the beads he's putting out. He's marking which guys fired.
That is really smart.
Yeah, he's doing CRAs.
Well, that's
You notice
annoying.
that there are groups of 2.
Yep. That is really, really smart.
There's a tab there.
That is something I may have to get in the habit of doing.
Yeah, it is really great. I first encountered that, I think
I see
it
it in-
was either
I've seen it in
Devin
Kings
or
and Law.
Marc-Andre
Okay, these two and him.
doing that.
These two.
So we're seeing another combined shot in the
Come on, there we go.
There we go.
Cranks the dice.
So 40 kill.
Finally.
Tough check.
And forcing the
Oh,
top.
4 to kill just gets the 4.
Let me know if you have any more.
Oh, dang.
And I do not.
That bead thing is super smart, dude.
That is
I'm
very
going to have to adopt that
Yeah.
for my play.
I'll pick you up some.
You
beats
know,
on
don't
Sunday.
worry. I have 100 dug-in tokens.
10 HP.
I'll just use dug-in
Just
tokens.
use dug-in tokens.
Because
Just make sure you don't use them on
nobody-
trenchers. So.
Nobody friggin' dugs in ever.
Hey, I dig in all of my little landmines.
That's true. That's true. You do have those landmines. Well, and if I put what's his name on my boom house,
Yep.
they dig in for once the entire
7 hits.
game.
And it's minus 12. I can say is. Kill
The
him.
dice.
There we go.
There we go. There we go.
Not tough.
Not
Oh.
tough. All right, so we got rid of a couple, but not enough. I would.
Yeah, well, with those first 2
It's not as
shots
beefy as I
failing,
would have
We'll check
liked to
his
have
line of
seen.
sight to the bane in front of your arc node.
Did they get
Laser
to know
level
that?
seven.
Nice
Because I
work.
have,
Because I was going to question if they got line of sight. Looks like it's
So
good.
looking
he's
for
trying
a
to clear
7.
the bane away from that arc node.
Miss 6 and 5.
Six is a miss.
Oh man, the dice are. Well, I mean, percentage-wise, he got a 6, so that was pretty darn good.
Yeah, but he's looking for that 7.
Come on.
Groups that have
This
combined
guy.
ranged tend to have a little bit lower rat
You and him?
because
He's
they
a
have
7.
to make up for the combined range.
Yeah,
You want to check? Well, I think I have it on.
You're good. Yeah, you have the damage, but go ahead. Roll.
Yeah.
He's good.
7 and.
Whoa!
Who cranks it? There we go.
Nice, nice.
7 and 4, so that's 10 and 17. Off.
Fourth kill.
That's
Yeah,
that.
excellent.
You
All
wanna
right,
reroll
so
Check.
took care of those friggin' knights.
Oh, look at now.
Last guy will
He
shoot
may be
into him
missing
as
some
well.
shots, but every shot
yes.
is connecting.
Yeah, he's
Nice
doing
try.
well.
7 hits.
There we go. 7 and
6 and yeah.
check for the
He's
tough,
so knocked down.
and he is tough.
I didn't think it was such a high one.
So Glorp, we have Glorp on the stream asking about why the House Guard Riflemen are Rat 5. He doesn't get it. I think he's doing CRA, which with 2 of them that'll put them up to a Rat 7.
Yeah.
So that's I think why he's looking
Yes,
for 7
he's
on the dice.
swapping the 5-7 curve to hit a 12, which is pretty standard. When you have a group that has that CRA ability, they're always going to have a little bit lower.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
And
Phoenix
the
and
percentage
Activate.
difference
These
between a
guys
5 and a
charge
7
your-
is ridiculous.
Arc
And
node?
with only having a
Yep. You
combined
can see.
2, you're upping your
he can charge
percentages
11
enough that it makes
and
that 25%.
Within 4 of that is
reroll.
inside a rough terrain. Would you agree?
More than that, because he's a large base. He has to get out of it.
Okay,
So
so
that's 4 just for his base. So measure how far it is.
So what they're going over right now is the rough terrain rules. So
Ah.
basically what's happening is
That's 6
it's
inches.
going
so
to
5 inches
it's
total
going
charge?
to cost him 6 inches, well, 5 inches to get out
Yeah.
because he's got to clear his entire base,
Base, yeah.
which is approximately 2
pass it
inches,
over.
Thanks.
plus an extra inch to get out of that. So if he runs, I'm assuming this is mounted cav, so I'm assuming a min 7. It's a 14-inch run.
Is that
He's
okay?
going to have 4 inches at the
We didn't measure
outside the
the-
other side, right? Because
If
it's
it's
5
not,
inches
no
and
more,
he's got to
no.
get through.
So
It's going to heat up
Radiant's
10
activate.
inches.
Yeah, he's probably not going to get there.
Yeah, that's I assume why we haven't seen him move up after the measurement.
So move up.
There's a lot of rule waving going on here.
Yep.
And we cast it on this.
No, I'm not saying you
There we
can't
go.
do that, guys. In a friendly, happy game like
Got it.
well, this isn't a friendly game. In a game like this, against 2 friends, a little bit of waving ain't gonna hurt you. But
Yep. Veil of Mist going up to protect that solo.
Yep. Smart move. Smart
I'm
move.
supposed to get up, sorry.
Always a problem with these templates. You gotta
And-
go from underneath. Nice. Pretty
Yeah.
much how you wanna do it. I do like the Muse on Minis yellow.
They are great to be able
They
to see them.
really show up.
And she'll take a shot at that bean knife.
Okay, one second.
So she's going to pop a
They are a
shot.
little spendy. I ain't gonna lie.
Well, yeah, but realistically, you get what you pay for. I have done manufacturing on those.
6 or 9 off.
And
9. So it's a rat 7.
the materials cost is quite high.
Hits.
Oh, okay.
Pow.
So Glorp says he gets why. Glorp is on the stream. To those people watching this on YouTube, Glorp's question is he gets why why he's doing it and how he doesn't understand why the riflemen are equally as accurate as a dire troll bomber. Now I get you, Glorp, because
I'll tell you why. Have you ever met a dire troll?
yeah.
Ooh.
No, I think the reality is it's probably a balancing game.
Absolutely.
When any of these models are, whenever they're testing these models, I mean, it probably started with the 7, and they had to work it down.
Yes.
Is the reality.
So now he's
In order to make that cost, or they worked the points down at the same because it was like, oh, the cost is too high for what it does. It's a funny thing. I mean,
There you go.
we could joke around and we can answer your because riflemen are only they cut out one eye when they it's part of the rifleman thing.
Fluff reason.
Yeah,
But no, I'm sure it was a balancing issue. That's a very, very early Mark II unit. The rifleman, Rhett basically came out right on the cusp of Mark I, Mark II. So you're going to find that early units in War Machine are more likely to go either really strong or really weak, whereas models that are released later on tend to be more balanced.
Oh, look at that! Damn, roll spike. Weapon master.
Yeah, you'll notice the token on the field. Whenever you're trying to move models accurately, it is so important to have proxy bases around. Well, no, it's not the Banes. Remember, he cleared a Bane from in front of that arc node?
Yeah.
What he's doing is he's throwing a knife deep in the
Oh, just taking
to
out
try
that
and pull that
arc
arc
node.
node.
Excellent.
Because that is so important.
Oh my God! You do not want to leave Tim with an arc node around top of alpha chart, or top of beta chart.
18, 7, and 15. And this is
And even if it's engaged,
13.
then that's going to block up that arc node unless you can clear it.
9 damage to your 1.
Oh,
Down goes the arc node.
sweet.
Some beautiful flat base wreck marker.
Well done, Ozzy.
That is awesome.
Okay.
My old friends in Drina.
I'm just going to reread the...
So here's a pro tip for you. Reread your card. What Oz is doing right now is rereading the card for the unit he's about to throw down.
Absolutely.
This sounds really dumb. Most people are like, I know my cards. To be a great player, you need to know your cards.
Well, it's also to be a great player, use everything available to you. You don't want to just assume that you know everything, because that is the point at which you find out you do not.
Yeah, what happens is 5 games in, you forget that your entire unit should dig in, for example, and that suddenly becomes crux. You're like, oh shit, I have dig in. I should have done that. So yeah, read your cards. Read your cards. And just before you activate, just skim them. It takes you 2 seconds, and that 2 seconds can win you the game.
Yeah, no, Oliver Brown, that's not blocking that.
Alright, so Oz wisely has somebody sitting in the zone.
I know you give them touch.
Not that it matters, because there's still 2 objectives they need to take out before you can score points. And, of course, we haven't mentioned this yet, the objectives in the 2015 scenario package. Yeah. You need to take them, in this particular case, they are a friendly faction model, so
Yeah,
they
so
are...
they must come out.
They have to, you have to pop them, you have to kill them to actually score any points.
Yes.
On the zone.
Yeah, Ben is like, why is it?
Because that is Paolo.
Defending the
okay, so
shield and being all sacrificial.
this guy's gonna
first
shoot
side,
after
we're looking at Effigy of Valor for the
Just like you.
objective. I don't have Oz's objective.
Rat 6 hits.
All right, guys who are watching the stream, we're actually starting to build this. If you're watching the stream, what we are watching today, just to tell you what's going on. This is the Masters final from GeekMarket.
Yep.
2015. What's happened is we were kind of on a clock during the Masters, and what was cool is that these two guys, the first and second place guys, lived in Kingston. They were tied basically. Tim won by points, but they decided that wasn't the honorable win. So they are having a match in Kingston right now, and we're watching it. And the cool part is they've asked us to pop into their stream and make ridiculous comments like we know what we're talking about. If you are watching the stream right now, feel free to at any time make a comment, rules questions. We'll try to answer them. And if you have a rules correction for one of us,
Please let us know.
Make fun of us, and that's what we're here for.
Absolutely.
Welcome to MooseMachine, everybody. This is what we do.
Yep.
Oh my God!
The
Trip one!
Oh!
That only happens like 800 times a lifetime.
Now, people that haven't been watching us earlier, we'll just mention again the wonderfulness that is using those. Keep your dice on the table, boys. The wonderfulness that is using.
He came back with a double six, dude.
Yeah, well, that's
Trip
the way to
one's
do it.
double six.
He's actually marking who has fired in the unit with those glass beads, which is a really great way to do it.
So stealing that.
Oh yeah, well you've got gun mages, you've got long gunners, you've got all these
Signar
guns.
need those, dude.
Oh
Signar
God,
need
yeah.
those. I might even use them just to mark the unit, actually.
That's enough.
It's amazing how
Oh,
many
he's a seven. He's a seven.
ancillary tools that we use in MooseMachine that when you start off, nobody tells you you're gonna want.
Yeah, it's one of those. I wish I had known then. So what we got going on over here is he's got his other unit dealing with the statistic raiders. So here's the problem with those from what I've dealt with. You just don't want them to get to you.
Oh heck no! No!
If they can get
Especially
to you,
if you're running Jack Hill, because they've got back range.
Kill
They've
as much
got
as you
two
can.
attacks. They've got the headbutt with the horns.
they're like what, a unit of 9 for like 8 points or something ridiculous
I
like
can't
that.
remember exactly.
It's
how
so
many points
stupid.
there
It's
are,
like
but
cheap
with the
million things
with
that
the
can
Blood
kill
Witch,
you.
they are great. I will tell you how many points they are. They are.
I'm really excited to see how round 2 is going to go.
The max Blood Witches are 6 points.
Oh
and the
my
hang
God.
is 2.
One more.
Because,
Come on.
Because freaking cricks.
Because cricks.
Now, they do die to a stiff breeze.
Oh, absolutely. But the thing is, you have so many of them, and they're so cheap that you just need to get 2 of them there.
Yeah, if they get delivered, they are beastly.
Fascinating. I mean, this is cool. I think, I'm excited to see where Tim goes from here. He put out those knights, I think, to get killed.
He'll shoot
But I don't think he expected that Arcanine to go down.
Well, I also don't think he expected that many tough failures. Right? Normally you want to bet on about a third
Every
toughen,
night that went down.
and there was, I think, one maybe tough.
Every night that got hit went down.
No, thralls. Thralls are toughing.
Thralls are toughing.
Thralls
Every
are toughing.
thrall. Well, he cleared those knights.
He's asking me to check the line second. I will receive
I think the knights are more
I do?
I think so.
Is he going to charge Derek Ray? What's his defense before I do that?
Ooh, charge on Derek Ray.
Whoa, what?
So the nice little tiny white model all by itself in the middle of that hill has Pathfinder.
Okay.
Has a speed 7.
Yep.
And has a 4-inch reach for no apparent reason.
What?
Yes. That little beauty is a mage hunter.
Oh my dear God.
Has 4 inches of reach and is attacking Derek Wraith.
Oh dang.
6 is a hit. Oh, I believe it also has Arcane Assassin.
Oh good.
Yeah.
Because red.
Because red.
Because
Well,
because you
remember-
lose a million games.
You gotta
till
remember
you start
that
winning.
you gotta remember that what they do, their thing is angry elves.
It's over. I don't think it went as well as we wanted it to.
It did not.
So he's gonna run.
Their thing is angry elves. Now, here is the problem with that model, though. It had 4 inches of reach. It no longer has 4 inches of reach. So
It
people
gets-
are no longer engaged.
Gets hit the one like on the one attack type of deal.
No, it's when it's engaging. When it's attacking, it has the 4 inches.
It's like a pseudo 4-inch reach.
Well, it's, when you need it,
When
it's
you
4
need-
inches.
It's like pseudo focus. Yeah.
Oh, no, like
Cloud.
Run.
Cloud.
Take a point.
Oh.
He just blows up. Do not go through the Scather. Scather template bad.
From actual blue.
Hello, Bellicaz. Hello, Glor. Hello, all watchers of the stream. Remember, you can subscribe to our stream on Twitch. We are streaming crap like this all the time.
Yep, this is kind of our thing.
And we're trying to come up with new ways to make War Machine online fun. Because War Machine Tactics did not do that.
I do enjoy a game of tactics. I should stream that.
I should be streaming. Dude, that's what
I should be
today
streaming
instead
somehow.
of League of Legends.
Yeah, well,
should
I
have been
hadn't,
streaming
I hadn't
Tactics.
installed Tactics yet. On the new machine.
I forgive you.
I will do.
In League of Legends.
Yeah, well, some of us like a little lol in our lives.
Laugh out loud.
So, deciding not to kill themselves by trying to run through the Scather template, they've moved into that zone.
Run into the zone.
Because there goes
Okay.
the lone jack into the zone.
Suddenly the zone got kind of flooded.
Well,
Does Tim?
here's the chance where it gets unflooded because
Tim is about to bane to the face. And Oz is down another 3 minutes on the clock. That was a long turn. I'm not gonna lie to you.
well, he still has all his infantry.
He still has all his infantry. That was his alpha. He needed to take his time and clear as much as possible.
Yeah.
That was where, I mean, against a giant...
He's just checking for engagement there.
And you told me that you guys didn't track it at all.
Once again, guys who are just tuning into the stream, I want you to watch how... I mean, watching Tim measure is a thing of efficient beauty.
Those, again, we're seeing the Muse on Minis style. I don't know if some of the blue ones are the worst ones, but that style of widget makes such a difference.
Oh, absolutely.
The speed measuring widgets are great. Now,
Especially when you're on clock.
yeah, oh yes, absolutely. Also, they're hugely more accurate. I have stopped measuring a huge base with tape measures because it's so high in the air. Parallax suddenly is a thing, and you're either cheating yourself on movement
Or your spray
or you're taking movement.
The other thing that's really you can use is your spray template if you need to be 10 inches or if you need to measure 10 inches.
One downside of the spray template is if your spray template looks like everybody else's, it's got one or two of those fingers broken off, and you're cheating yourself.
Yeah, you just well, they do that on purpose. You have to buy a new spray template every 6 months.
Yeah, exactly.
This guy back here.
So,
But once again, look at how quickly these attacks are going. I mean, this is just measured efficiency.
well, here's the thing. What you're doing is watching a Crix player do infantry. When Crix players do infantry, they are fast because that's what they do. They have to be fast.
And it's a great way to learn infantry.
Oh, absolutely.
Infantry spam instead of
Infantry
trying to stand
spam.
your block.
Playing infantry spam this for a couple of months will teach you how to activate.
What's the little marker he's put down?
Glassware and stuff. So I don't know how to
Obviously, I can't see exactly.
Interesting. He's thrown down a marker of
What's
some
the
sort.
Defense of the mage hunter.
15.
I don't know any
Just checking in one of each other's defense.
Yeah, and not a bad thing to do. Don't ever feel embarrassed about asking your opponent for what
Oh
his
yes,
shit does.
you really.
Before you do shit.
Oh, absolutely. Don't pick up those dice and then say, so what's his defense? That is the wrong time.
Where's he going?
Your decision should have been made early.
As long as your dice
Unless,
are
of
in hand, you have not committed to something.
Yeah, unless of course it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you got to make the shot.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what it
Most
is.
gentlemanly games will let you put your dice back down and go, oh, that
This
was
guy
really
was supposed to
dumb.
be in.
Yes, he has reach.
No, but this guy was. I assume the way you have it. Can you tell me if
I
I
love
am in
those
this guy's
Muse on
background?
Minis wooden templates. Those are sweet.
The-
Or is he just not taking? He doesn't take the paper off yet. Maybe that's what it is.
No, that
Or is that the
Because
wooden?
he would have
that's the
charged
wood
this
set.
guy.
If
So
you
it's
look,
actually.
Those are beautiful.
if you look, he's using the birch. I believe it's the birch template.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, we've got privateer press tokens on
You can the
the
model within 9 inches of my guy.
privateer press tokens on Oz's side. Tim's side with the tricks is using the Muse on Minis tokens.
is he getting dice? Activate.
I believe we're seeing Muse on Minis speed widgets on both sides.
Yeah, I think so.
I think it's an earlier set and a later set, though.
Well, the yellow ones are the like I just picked those up.
No. The blue one, the blue measurement widget.
Gotcha.
Is an older
I rolled
school
triple
one.
one. I missed one of the.
Yeah, the yellow are the new sets.
The witches
they
are
shoot
going
just
to
so well.
flee.
Yes.
All right.
The witches have just feeded
Both moves look to be away.
many feet, so they're now impervious to shooting except from magical weapons.
Probably might have wanted to do that last turn. Oh, they ran.
They ran last
Yeah.
time. No many feet. Does no action.
Now Oz is gonna have to commit those whatever they are, shooting McGee's up there, or take statistics to the face next round.
I believe those are the arcane assassins that we mentioned earlier.
They all look like little white globs to me right now. So.
Now, one thing I will make abundantly clear to people: if you're watching the stream and you don't play a lot of War Machine,
yes,
if
we
you're
do,
playing
we
in a
both
tournament,
make
you do not need to have painted models. Now, we all know that painted models roll better, so you probably want to paint your models.
Yes.
But it is perfectly acceptable to play unpainted.
Interesting fact, though, when you're playing in a tournament, there must be some
Alright,
level
Tartarus is
of
gonna
being able to
activate.
tell
He's
at
going
any given
to
time which model is
advance
which.
this way.
Absolutely. Now, that usually is not a problem unless you have
He's going
two
to attempt to
units
hurt
the
this
same.
unit.
Yeah. So, like, let's say you have 2 units of stones.
He'll make an attack
And
on
they-
this
which
guy here.
every-
7.
Every circle player
The
does.
player has 2 to 3, depending on if you're playing it.
How?
Yeah. So that's the big thing is, in this case, because we're looking at white globs, it's because of a computer screen, or a television screen. That's one thing. But
Well, now that we've seen them all move, we can tell
Kinda
you
figure
what's
out
going
what's
on. It's the rifleman top. It's the mage hunter, mage hunters at the top. The rifleman at the bottom.
it's the mini irises at the top and the rifleman at the
There
bottom.
is the UA in that unit, which I always mistake for Eris 1.
Right.
That's just a thing, but that's my own problem. I know I have this problem. I have to work on it.
Man, I tell you, look. I mean, so Tim's already
Bane Knights are going to red
I
charge.
believe.
Yep.
This knight is going to charge.
So the knights are all the way at the top.
So
The
what's this
witches
top
are.
that he's doing?
So I'm going to try and get as
Oh, that's the
far
curse.
onto your.
Oh, that's the curse. That's
Yeah,
right.
Tartarus went, killed the guy, made another Bane because Tartarus, and then cursed the unit. And here comes all the.
So explain Tartarus for the viewers who don't know their cricks.
So, Tartarus is a giant pain in the butt. He is the Bane helper solo. A lot of factions have helper solos. They are models that are not actually UAs, but do the same sort of function.
Charge. I should have line of sight to this guy.
When he curses, I believe it's a +2
Charge.
hit.
That guy then?
No, this is Crick, so it will lower your defense. Cricks don't give bonuses.
Well, the curse is ridiculous.
They lower your
It
thing.
lowers everything and gives you +1.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't remember what the curse does. I'm sure somebody on the stream, if you want to tell us what the curse does, that'd be awesome.
I believe it's -2
I think
to
it
defense.
just is, -2 to your
And then
defense.
when you're in the Bane's aura, again, your armor's lowered by 2.
Right. That's
Which
right, I
is
forgot
one of
about
the
that.
Oh,
reasons
right,
that Banes are such a hard-hitting unit.
Stop cricks.
Yeah.
Wait, family friendly. I mean, cricks.
I think that's all my knight.
So you just made disgusting
Oh, I just made
gestures
all the people
from
in
multiple
Britain.
different places.
And
Yeah.
yeah,
So
now we got Britain
do
covered.
we know any Chinese ones?
Probably like.
I think we have to show somebody our feet or something.
Oh yeah,
I'm at 8.
yeah, there we go. We
No,
failed
I
Chinese
might be
Yugoslavia.
horribly
That
racist.
was
So
Yugoslavia.
Oh, that was Yugoslavia.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
We're just checking.
We'll
So
start,
Banes are doing their thing.
This guy here.
Banes are.
Now
No, the statistics he's still running up there.
Nope,
This guy
that's
here.
the
That's
Banes.
the Banes.
The Statistics, remember,
Oh, they went and
they
feeded.
went and they feeded.
So now Banes have moved forward and are
Yeah.
killing
This
all
guy
the
will go there.
So the idea here is that the
mean to do that?
Statistics will
Yes,
be
isn't that what I said?
back rank.
Sorry.
Banes are going to get up front. They're going to kill as much stuff as they
Right.
can.
Well, the nice thing is mage
Protects the
hunter.
witches so that they don't get shot off the table.
This is a good move on Oz's part, though, is that he's clogging up Banes with other infantry because the Banes can do some hard work on
But you got to remember, these are 2 infantry armies.
right.
He doesn't have. If you look at the way Tim is set up, Tim has a back rank
Thank you.
and then the front line of Banes.
Yeah, he was the
Whereas
first one.
Oz has the entire
one over here and
units
then
one over
clouded
here.
forward. Now, Oz had to
okay.
do that because
Let's
he
just
has to have
connect
enough
it.
crap
Yeah.
left
Yeah.
after the Bane charges so that he's still
So I can
in the
clear
way.
some more Banes.
Yeah, exactly. And with Tartarus, you're going to have a little bit of bait recursion. He's trying to get in between those two.
A little rule of thumb. Kill tartar sauce first.
Yeah. Now, watch what Tim is doing. What he's doing is making sure that he can get past those guys.
I'm just going to leave it there.
So he's dropped.
Spend 3 to excarnate.
Yes.
Oh, here comes the excarnate. Oh no.
What's it? What is this doing? What's happening?
Pardon?
You'll
So
get it.
listen carefully.
Well,
What is the defense?
14.
I need some.
Here it comes.
Gonna get it.
Okay. Power 13.
So you guys.
Okay.
So
This is the tricky part.
So in command. And
So, excarnate, when it kills something, can
I totally forgot to. I was supposed to.
bring a guy back.
I know. You don't need to tell me.
That looks like 7 to me. Is that 7 to you?
Yeah.
He's got the Crix unit that blows up and does a great big 12-inch
I think that's fine.
blow up, right?
Okay.
So,
then,
he
I will
excarnates
help
a Bile Thrall up,
Far away.
and then the
Far
Bile
back
Thralls
as well.
activate.
Oh.
Yeah.
Let's.
There's going to be
Excarnate
some
is a
blowing
thing.
up
1,
and
2,
taking
3,
out all
4,
the
5,
stuff
6.
that's
You
in
already
it.
beat it. So I am just going to.
Nicely, there's a nice big open zone with
See if I can
nothing.
get to the other side of this wall.
Now, he's
I can't, so I will go.
so what he's done is
I was looking at like.
the reason you see that token moving around after spells and stuff have been cast is because he just cast a teleport to get the heck out of the way.
Can't be 1 and I have help out.
Makes sense.
I'm gonna write down.
Bob
We
rolls are
had a
going to
drink
advance.
guy. We need a drink guy on the show.
5.
Yeah.
Maybe if we like shout out
And
drink
then this guy will go as
Somebody
far
will bring us
forward
drinks.
with his
Good
command.
shout out drink guy and see what happens.
We'll probably get punched in the face.
That too. Or we could just hang out and wait.
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 Oh.
Wait.
I was frozen for a second.
Nope. That is not.
For people with a little bit of
I'm going
tech
to position
info
him.
knowledge,
Check line of sight.
Sure.
because Tim and Oz are new to streaming, they're actually running at too high a bit rate, which is causing us to get a lot of drop frames. Yeah, we're getting a lot of drop frames from them. It probably won't be too bad.
Like that.
Now, we're not streaming at a hugely high bit rate, but we should be pretty constant. We're not dropping
Too
any
bad.
bit.
I mean, honestly, we're able to. Well,
you.
then again, we're
Alright,
So it's patch wall, right?
Yeah.
we've
Purge.
got like ridiculous
So,
download
dead.
rate.
Dead.
Oh yeah, we got lots of room to.
And boom shalaka. Here we go. Here it
There
comes.
it goes.
Dead.
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 Dead. He's
Dead.
right
No,
now.
maybe not that guy.
Oz is saying,
Oh,
I
sorry.
hate you, Tim.
Okay, but he dies, right?
Well,
He died.
because
Yep.
I'm gonna
He died.
Um,
He died.
just promote.
because
Yeah.
he was playing
That guy.
Lich
Iris
Lord
takes back well.
Asphyxious,
What do I need?
Dice.
So 5.
So
5 to kill,
7.
and it's dead.
Dysphoria.
He knew that this was coming.
Back well.
Off, so that's
Ooh.
5 to her shield.
So
Ow.
3 matters.
Nope.
Corroded.
7 to the 3 on a shield and a corrosion.
Another guy is in there.
Nope.
Nope. So Fey Knight.
I think it's only the Fey Knight.
Yeah.
I need armor 19.
So Fane Knight is an armor 19. That's the that's what that proxy base
Six.
is.
Yep.
Nope.
That's
Seven.
the white horsey from before.
Okay. So 2 damage.
Thing that lives.
Comes a good purge.
It's good. That's going to help in the
That
next
That was
he
an
dies.
amazing
He does
perk.
die.
Yeah.
Love it. That is what Asphyxious does. Oh, people, don't do what
And check
Tim's
line sight.
doing. I
Here's
have
the
seen
Soviet.
so many tape measures have their
And
damage on the field.
Tim's having some like throwing, flipping.
can I check?
Yeah,
No,
there's a lot of broken tape measures due to.
Yeah. Well, I've lost tape measures that way, where you bang it, and then the tip comes off and it wraps itself inside.
And that's a good way to lose a
Yeah,
tournament.
so they are in there.
Yeah, I have no tape measure.
So
Fortunately, if you come to one of my tournaments, I always have an extra tape
Oh,
measure up
that's
at the
nice
front
of you.
desk.
That's nice of you. I tell them to go fuck themselves
I always,
in the most family-friendly way I
Saxon's just
possibly.
going
can.
yes, I always bring one of everything to a tournament, including an army. So if somebody gets to the tournament and everything falls off their tray and smashes into 1,000 pieces, I want them to be able to play. Now, they might not be playing with what they wanted, but they
Here,
still get to
You
play.
get to play COC.
with a shot combat, I'm going to advance.
Your choices: Convergence, Legion, or 35 points of Kador in this 50-point tournament.
4.
All right, so
You get bonus points if you play the
moving
Kador.
forward here, we've got the Knights. Is that the Knights?
7
Or is it just a cloud effect?
hits.
Uh,
Times 12.
So like
One on here.
through the cloud effect.
Nope, somebody is shooting.
Miss. And then this last guy on the same guy.
Okay.
Oh, that's Wither Shadow Combine.
Oh, the Wither Shadow Combine.
I believe it's the Wither Shadow.
14.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the three that just shot are the Wither Shadow.
For this
They
one.
won't be making any jacks today.
Oh yeah.
Banes. Run charge. This one, charge here.
Okay.
8-inch charge. Fail.
So efficient.
Okay.
Fail, Bane charge.
This one.
Well, that's good.
That's what was expected. He's in the way. That's literally his job.
Okay.
Oh, is he gonna make it?
Fine.
Yep, he makes it.
Run charge order.
Charge here.
Okay.
Charge the assassin.
Yeah.
Charge the assassin.
Yeah.
So we got 2 on the assassin.
So here's
Sorry,
I
it's
see
Bane
some
Knight.
unit
Okay, so measure
cohesion
everything
issues
that one,
here.
yeah.
No, I
What?
don't.
I see some unit cohesion issues coming.
Yeah, actually.
Not
I
with
can go to there.
9, I believe.
Towards Bane Knight.
Add a foot between some. I guess as long as you can get his leader in the center.
Well, the leader is right next to the knight. I
This
believe.
guy, he has reach.
He does.
He's gonna run. 4,
Oh no, wait, that's probably the leader.
3.
What's Gorp yelling at us?
Oh, he's commenting on the
There.
fight.
Command.
Oh yeah,
I like
He's gonna
Glorp.
run.
We should keep him.
yeah.
He can become our new pet.
Over here. 6.
You gotta take him for walks. Though.
Yep.
I'll feed him.
Yeah, I'll hit.
Okay.
6 and 8 is
We'll get
14.
to
Yeah,
clean
yeah.
up.
Okay.
2 charges. First charge on Bane Knight.
What are you hitting at?
I'm at 6 and 7 is 13.
13, I'll hit.
Okay. Your armor is 19, so it goes down to 17, so it's dice off 6.
Because Bane's.
Says-
Oh my god.
Tim's having some like hand
So
coordination issues tonight.
I'll say one thing for everybody playing on my streams.
6.
Thank you for using casino dice when you do because it is so visible.
I'm sorry, goddammit, I can't find them anywhere.
I know. I'm going to just order a brick of them, I
That's
think,
probably a good idea.
What's
and
mage
just
115?
I will hand a
I'll take
set
3
to
attacks
everybody
on
who plays on the stream.
So you'll notice that they're actually flipping clock between players, and that's
So on mage
because stuff is happening on Oz's
7,
side.
I need.
Yeah.
He's doing things,
Next one.
and the honorable thing to do is take it on your own clock.
Absolutely. And we're now into, shall we say, the second half of the game.
Defense of him.
13, still.
Yeah, where the difference between taking 5 minutes on a turn and taking 3
No
minutes on
reach.
a turn is the
No,
difference
no,
between assassination and losing a scenario.
I think
Absolutely.
all I have left is.
And we still have so. If
Oh,
you-
that purge!
going to
So many
Bane.
little white dudes gone. Just looking over.
Yeah.
Any mate?
Derek Grant standing in
Yes.
the thing so he doesn't get shot.
So, and Glorp has of course commented on our dice comment to use the privateer press dice, where you just can't read the numbers ever.
Oh, you know,
I rolled at 28 on 2
Privateer
dice.
Press, I love you. I love your models.
But your dice
Q system
suck.
can go fuck themselves.
Yeah.
Like really. Have you ever picked up a Q system dice that you could read?
They're pretty.
Oh, sure they're pretty. I highly encourage their use in role-playing situations.
Yeah.
When
When
you
your
can spend
dungeon
5
master
minutes.
doesn't care whether you
Yeah,
actually-
when you can spend 5 minutes straining over the table looking at what that dice is. If you need
Erosion.
readability on the internet,
All right. So what's happening right now is we have we're in the middle of 2 turns. So I don't know whether
They're
they've actually frozen
fine.
it or not.
They're
It looks like they're still
fine.
playing on time.
They're
I
fine.
didn't
Oh,
see
yeah.
the pause button go.
no, he
But
flipped
you
over.
should be pausing during the effects.
No, you should not. You only pause during effects in
Oh,
or in
IG.
no hardcore. Hardcore when you only have 7
That
minutes per
makes
turn.
sense. That makes sense. It just seems like you're. I guess if you're flipping
The
back
reason
and forth,
you're flipping back and forth, the reason the clock never stops, is because this is a tournament game, and when you're a tournament organizer, you know you have exactly 2.
So
goes like it froze while he was measuring. So it was
You have exactly 2 hours per game. Now,
Alright.
if people have come to one of my tournaments, they'll know that you get shortchanged. I make people run 50 minutes on the clock.
technically.
Yeah, I'm a bastard, but didn't you really
Smart
appreciate it the first time you went
Smart
to
bastard. When I
another
go to-
event?
Hey, when I get to the Masters in the IG this year. Oh, double ones again!
Yep.
It hurts.
Oz is cursed with the double ones tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Time
to punish those damn dice.
36%.
Punishing those damn dice, man. He needs to set
What
them
is
aside.
36 chance, I think. Of
I'm trying to see if I can get
We
a.
had trip ones tonight. I've never seen trip ones.
You never seen trip ones? They are a sad, sad thing, but they happen.
Destroy your soul. I think your soul automatically gets lost as soon as you roll triplets.
You don't want to lose a soul when you're playing against
No,
Chris.
no. All right, I'm going to let you commentate for 5 seconds. I'm going to go take care
The
of
beer
some
fairy has not showed up.
bodily functions. Apparently, our beer fairy sucks tonight.
I
don't know
think,
why.
I think he's hiding in the other room.
I don't know why our beer fairy is letting us down. He showed up like when I was still at half a beer.
Yeah.
Would you like another drink? sir?
Yes. Thank you.
All right.
Actually,
You keep on
Beer
commentating. I will be right back.
so I'm gonna let Veil of Mists drop.
Sure.
I'm sure people are
Hey, we're very entertaining, I'll have you know. So Veil of Mist is down, and he is looking at that field.
So while engaged, their defense's base is 12, so they're 16.
Yeah.
Checking to see how bad shooting into that
Okay.
combat is going to be.
Dice off 2.
If you guys hear other
So I am
games
gonna
happening in the
hold it
background,
first.
I believe that tonight they are playing at the Press Ganger in Kingston Agatha's house.
Hope's
So
gonna
there are
give us
multiple
movement
games
to
going
8,
on at once
which I have
in
been looking
that
for.
space.
There's I brought back a Baymake, but he's technically dead.
And then she's gonna move up her 6.
And one of the things that he has to be hyper aware of is Asphyxius's feet. Asphyxius is going to be bringing back a lot of
It's a magic.
games, all that stuff that has been killed.
I guess I'm not even.
Yes, please.
I could kiss. You know what? I'm actually gonna push back. No, I can't do that. Right.
No.
Yeah, it has to be.
Rusty Nail.
Is there one I can actually see? Yeah. Yeah, he's in range. That's fine. So 8 and 8, or is that cocked? That's fine. So 8 and 16.
Yeah.
So they're kissed.
5 and 8. You rolled a 5. 5 and 8 is 13.
Yeah, that's fine. That doesn't matter. Okay, so they're kissed. So Holt's gonna activate. He's going
Here we go.
Okay.
So he's rat 10.
Okay.
So he's looking for a
Checking
set.
for engagement.
Yeah, because I'm 16.
So that hits.
And that's a hit.
And you're 10. Yeah.
10, yeah, okay. And then it's a PAL 14 now because of kiss.
Yeah. So 3. Good.
Yeah, that guy. His second shot, he's going to take
So what he's
that-
trying to do right now is clean
that
up.
guy, who you can see
the,
on this line.
Trying to clean up so that those mage hunters
So
can
it
get
hits,
out.
7 and 10 and 17. So you're at 3. So he dies.
He's cleaning up quite nicely. Even though they're
That is their
engaged with that
activation.
kiss, they're really, really going to go down fast. Having a good think.
Raven is going to activate.
Off to the caster now.
What do you want to do with this thing? You want to try nutrition?
Oz seems to be deep in the
Casting
tank.
Veil misses.
Oh,
May I pick him up?
Yeah. Where's the large base?
Here it is. So I'm
Just turn on this.
Yep, there you go.
they're just marking where he is, blocks him out. He's dropping down a Veil of Mists.
All right, sir.
Thank
We're
you very
moving you
much.
on to a rusty nail. Cheers.
Cheers.
Then he's going to aim and shoot at that guy. So, right hand.
Beautiful. Yeah, man.
9 and 8 is 17, so even if you are engaged.
So what did I miss?
He cleared some Banes
And it's a PAL
to
14.
try and get that unit disengaged.
Right.
He Raven is activated. Veil of Mists is up. He's moved it slightly to try and protect his
Sorry.
right
Sorry,
over
guys.
Jack, because you know it's nice to have a battle group after
So many souls.
feat happens.
What about
We
so
still
many
no
souls?
feats going out. Yeah, no feats.
Oh,
popping.
it's going to be devastating when that feat goes off.
Pay the caster and then you add.
I'm going to activate
You got
my Jack.
Have you played against Asphyxius's feat? Where he brings back all them Banes.
Oh yes.
So he has
Yeah.
500 inside the thing.
So
So all
glad
them
you
reach
cleared all the
Bane
banes,
Knights,
but they're
yeah.
all back. Yeah.
Exactly.
Awesome.
Actually, what you have to do, one of the best things to do, is to force
spray at-
the
yeah.
feet before you kill off a lot of
What
mobs.
is it?
I prefer to go when I'm dealing with Asphyxius. I prefer to kill him off the top of round 2 with a storm longbow.
That is actually the best way.
I mean, if
would
you're
say to handle
gonna
it.
deal with it,
Yeah.
just deal with it right
So
off the
with
top.
my
of
two
it.
focus, what is
Then amazingly, the rest of the game goes really, really easy after that.
That's fine.
It does.
I is 7. I miss.
Oh my God!
On the
So many
The
ones.
double ones
So many
again!
ones.
Yeah. So,
Punish the dice
and then I'll
man!
boost on Gatsby.
That's what he gets for using those tiny little dice.
15?
They are at least visible, though.
They are visible.
Well, when they're not at the other end of the table from the camera.
I'm at 7. Dice off.
What was Raven's feet again? Do you remember?
Not off the top of my head, I believe
Chance of 7 damage?
my feet go, is it not?
Yeah, I think everybody has to shoot a lot.
Well, we could actually be accurate and look it up.
Oh, we could, but that would cause me to have to think and read and such. That was us screaming about the ones.
I don't know. I don't remember.
He rolled another double one.
Oh yes, I rolled another double one. That's what happened.
Well, it's good that we can amuse them at least.
Yeah.
The 15-second delay is helping us.
Yes.
Right, 4 seconds.
We can tell what's entertaining and what's not.
You're gonna move their 6, so base to base here.
Strike Force cuddling up.
So something's bigger, you can only see something smaller, and there's other things that
Get them out. Get them shooting.
they
Because he freed that unit up so it can do some work.
That's Crucial gone, so if you want to.
Oh, thank you. Now.
Friendly faction models gain boosted range attack rolls in Swift Hunter.
So
So
everybody-
hit everything and
If
Swift
you
Hunter,
kill
and you
stuff-
get to move.
Yeah.
I believe we already had this guy.
Do we?
When I charged,
Hit feet.
I think I tried.
Oh, right. Yep.
I mean,
So he's
when I'm trying to think of what I would.
Yep.
Oh,
He's
that'd be
engaged.
pretty badass on a gun line, but.
Well, this is a gun line, if you haven't been
In
noticing.
that case, he's gonna move this way.
Sure.
We'll go.
It is an unfortunately engaged gun line, but a gun line nonetheless.
Well, unfortunately, he had the one round.
Engage and a half.
He had his shot. He had his shooting.
I'm still with that out, so I get another 4.5 inches. Now I move right. So we're gonna try to take shots at Gatsby.
Sure.
Oh, it's
So
Gatsby
that's-
shooting time.
Excellent. That's how you deal with Gatsby.
So I ignore the wall. So I'm 6, you're 15. I need 9.
9.
Oh yeah, that's right. They ignored everything. Throwing his dice off the table. Oh, look
Double
at that.
6 as well. I guess that pays him back
So
for
off.
8 double 1 rolls.
That
And terrible damage.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So
3 damage.
This is caster damage.
Last one.
I would have feeded here.
Misses.
If he's doing ranged
They
attack rolls
still
on a
have
caster,
damage to do.
and that's your
They
feed.
do indeed.
Did we miss the feat? Was it last turn?
Maybe? Maybe that's where all those triple dice rolls were coming from?
Yeah, that. Yes, it has to be because he's rolling 3 dice.
Okay.
So his feet is gone.
Okay.
Shows you how much we were paying attention.
Yeah, because we were yammering on about other
You
things.
tell me, am I on the hook?
More important things.
No, you're not.
Obviously.
5,
Okay.
Oh.
5 and 7 is fault, which is what they need. And
That's
it's PAL
12.
fault now.
Yeah. 5. Good.
I have a question.
Try to kill him
Is he
off.
not going to get a free strike?
Interesting. So we got a couple shots on Gatsby. Did he do any damage?
So guys are gonna.
Yeah, they did.
True, he's not.
I think they did 6 damage.
Oh, that's
I'm
good.
just looking at his card. It's about half full. I know this. The last shot did 3. but I
Okay,
can hear
well,
that.
that's all right. That's not bad. It did some work.
Oh, yeah.
Some thinking.
Give me a second.
It's your 18 seconds. 18 minutes.
18, I was like 18 seconds. I'm gonna measure. Can I measure in melee range at any time? I believe I can.
During activation?
During no, anytime.
Yeah.
Anytime.
Cool.
You always know when you're engaged, Ron.
So he's out of
Good,
that.
good to know.
Yeah.
New players, you can measure your at any time during your activation. Don't
To
sit
see if
there.
you're engaged. Yeah.
So
Now
he is
you guys can see that the clock has flipped over to minute seconds, so that means we're under the 20-minute mark.
Yeah, we're under the 20-minute mark. It's
So I don't think I'm engaging him anymore because
You know, because of the larger
it's
base.
a large base. Exactly. Yeah. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start here. He's gonna walk up. So he's only being, I believe, only being engaged by that guy, but I don't think he is. Not by that guy.
no,
Not by that guy.
yeah,
So he's moving them up.
moving them up to get
you know they
engaged.
I have line of sight on this side. And I hit the Bane Thrall, the furthest one. I'm at 8.
So Matt 8 on that Bane Thrall, forced to
I
hit.
hit to the 7. 7 and 8 is 15. POW 15 weapon master now.
Oh, wow, 15.
Oh, no.
Oh, yowza.
Yeah.
But that's still
Problem solved.
Yeah, tough.
Oh, and he toughs. So he's knocked down, but he's tough.
Second guy.
On the second guy.
3 and 8 is 11.
That is a
Are you
miss.
friggin'?
Wow.
Might have been a time to just try to take down the knocked down guy that you hit automatically.
Well, you can't bet on 3,
That's true.
right? I mean, 4 to hit is relatively safe.
The nice thing about knocking down a Bane is, unless the flag is still up, at least the commander is still up, the knockdown Bane will stay knocked down.
Oh no, he'll stand right up.
If the commander's still around.
Yeah. Well, I can still see a banner.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the Axeman, I think, still liveth.
Interesting tactic. The banner is more than an inch away from any other model, which means if the banner goes down, it's down
He's
for
gonna
good.
he's gonna charge that model.
Now, the upside is
Pathfinder.
The banner is
He's
an inch
gonna
away
charge,
from
and he's also
yeah,
starting
he's still
with
far
Pathfinder.
enough away.
So I'm gonna charge to here, but you can double check that. I think
I often run, when I have a banner guy, I often just run like a superfluous unit.
Yeah. So
Just one.
we're checking
Oh,
to
maybe
make
not.
sure.
Say no.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. Okay. I only saw it on site. Okay, so I'm not charging your back arc, but I'm out of your reach right now, so I can still charge to here.
Yeah.
Because I leave your front arc, so I leave your melee range, and I can get back.
So he's charging in. He's not gonna get the back.
You will
arc.
charge,
But he's trying to get past the back.
more
Well,
than
no, he's trying to get his 3 inches
Oh, gotcha.
because he wants that boosted hit.
Gotcha.
like so.
That's the reason for the far charge, as opposed to charging
And
directly.
he will
Remember,
run.
you just have to end closer than you
He does
left,
that.
and you have to at no point be going farther away from them than going towards them.
Or, which I believe.
But other than that, you just have to get in there.
Or, and you don't want to be leaving their front.
Well, no, if possible, never entering into it, but yes.
But he's never entering it, or in melee.
I have a question. Can you check the range of the effect of an objective in SR 2015 at any time?
Yes, you can.
Yes, before it's
15 seconds from now, they'll know that.
It doesn't matter.
Well, Aggie's going to give them the exact same piece of information.
You can do that.
I can do
And
that.
speaking
So
of
Matt,
the Kings of Meta, Aggie,
sorry.
what an
Matt's
incredible
Oh,
player,
amazing.
judge, and event organizer. If you have a chance to play in Kingston, play in Kingston.
Yeah, absolutely. It is a great place to go and play.
I see a lot of
Good deal, guys.
ones.
Good
That
deal.
is a lot of missiles.
Second attack.
Second attack. Thank you.
That,
And a 4. Oh, man.
oh, that hope. in
I'm
his-
rooting
the,
for
the hope in
yas.
his voice
Wow.
as he hears the second attack, and then those dice.
Okay.
And then
I will
those
read for him.
Yeah, that was like a full-on Brad Pitt moment. What's in the pipe? Why?
Yeah, I hate broccoli too. Yeah.
These guys are gonna activate now.
Oh, there we go.
Your strength one.
Control area.
No, I
Try to guess if he's got.
Okay,
it.
they're gonna shuffle.
You charge. Your one guy charged, so you get double dice.
So
Boost the attack. Boost the charge, boost the damage.
There's a lot of thinking going on here for a guy with 13 minutes on the clock.
well, the thing about having what is it? Let's see here.
Okay,
Two,
they're
four,
gonna
six,
advance.
seven,
Advance
8, 9, 10,
So we're
11.
gonna go 8 to here. He does
When
not
you have
eight.
under
We're
20
gonna go to the
models,
left.
you can
Nothing here
afford
is
to
reach.
give them
That is true.
30 seconds apiece.
That is
Where are you
true.
gonna put his base?
It's not how I ever think ever.
Because
So, no, I'm always like, get it done, get it done.
Yeah,
Because
go ahead. Put it down.
how many
I'm gonna put
times,
it
like
down.
when it's down to that 2 minutes on the clock each,
I'm happy that.
and you're like, oh, I've got 7 and you've got 2.
And, I'm gonna
Well,
make sure I'm
the
not
thing-
booting the last one. Yes.
One of the biggest problems, and one of the things that you really have to try and do, is learn how to relax in the second half of the game. It is scary hard,
This guy will do the same
and
thing.
it's
and
just
right here.
plain scary.
Yeah.
But you really have to learn how to just
Obviously, she got
relax.
Well, also for me, I get what you're saying, and I agree with you. Now, that's when I try to keep my moves efficient, because those last... Having an extra minute on the clock versus your opponent can make a huge difference.
Absolutely.
But the other thing I try to do is make the second half of the game the most entertaining half.
Oh, yes.
For you and your opponent. That's when I try to do the most joking around, the most silliness, because when it gets into this stressful point, this is where you tilt.
I'm trying to
Yes,
get by him
absolutely.
without
People
taking
tend to go way
Happy
off
there?
the edge.
Are you happy there?
Now,
Are you happy moving?
when you're
I want
playing
you
a
to
tournament
see
game
and
like
check
this,
it out.
this is
Yeah.
what we're seeing is two tournament level
I'm gonna
players.
keep moving
Yeah.
forward.
And
Go
they
this
are
way and avoid.
playing
I think
efficiently.
I'm okay.
They're playing
Okay,
clean.
so I just want you
And you
moving
gotta
this way.
give
That's what I
time
mean.
for that to happen.
Absolutely.
I don't want to go back.
Well, he's thinking.
Okay,
They're
so
asking
I've done
questions.
three
They're asking
now.
the right questions.
I'm gonna go 4 to here. Is that okay with you? Okay, so that's
Now
4.
you notice that he is declaring intent at
One
every
more.
Absolutely.
action, and he's seeking his opponent's permission. And this is a really important thing to keep games really clean.
And
What you do is you declare how you're going to move,
Yep.
and then you request permission from your opponent, and that way there are no arguments.
Yep.
There's no
So we know
nothing.
that there's enough space for a
Everybody
model to get by
is in
there.
agreement about
Yep.
what
That
the game
we're
is.
getting
Absolutely. You
percent.
can also save
So the
time.
rest are going to do
People
that.
think
Huge
you're
amount of
losing
time.
time, but the reality is, if I say something like, "Well, I know that I'm in," you have reach,
And then
right?
he gets to
Yeah,
move another
Which means
5.
I have reach. I don't have to measure. Boom.
Yeah.
Roll. Okay.
Yeah,
done.
he just attacked me.
Yeah.
I know I'm in range.
Yeah.
Boom.
Which is funny when you have somebody that's like, no, check to make sure you have reach. You
just
had reach.
attack me.
If you have reach, I have reach.
Yeah, exactly.
Base.
They're snuggling up
And
together.
always declare a base to base, folks. There's nothing worse than the next round the other guy comes in and goes, shoots right
Here's
between
like
a millimeter.
At
It's
least
like,
in the
well,
base.
my intention was to do a base to base.
Now, you notice all this wiggling around because
I keep
those
moving
models
forward.
don't
I
have reach.
apologize.
Ah, yes.
And then he's going to move 3 forward like this and 1 over. So that.
Charming avatar and
Getting all the placement.
He's going to do the same thing.
Wiggle around.
3.5 right to the forest edge.
One model. I just want to hit. Why? Why can't I hit anybody?
Yep.
Why are you all so sneaky?
For a total of 5.
You sneaky, sneaky bastards.
They
And
are
then
the
he's
angry
3 moves
elves.
go base to base. Here.
One Bane that just like sweeping his
We're going to see if this is an 18 CRA.
No.
Actually, active your feet into gas.
Make sure you feed. You have to feed before you go to a different activation.
Yeah.
You know what we're hearing in the background? We're hearing people learn. And that is
Why
always
do I
great.
feed? Why do I feed?
3.5 left.
No, when do I feed? Always remember to feed on your activation. Because there are so many times that you get excited and then it's like, oh, hey!
Okay,
I was
so I've
supposed
got a
to-
1, 2,
Well,
3,
like
4,
my
5, 6,
first
7
turn.
man.
Yeah, my poor
Your
opponent,
defense
bless his
is
heart.
15.
7-man CRA.
Your armor
Snipe.
is 17.
Against Gatsby?
17.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll try it. So then
Does
I'll
he
do
have
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
range?
7, 2, 4, 6, 7 man CRA into Gatsby. We'll use him as the primary.
Primary.
Primary up front.
Yeah.
Does he have line of sight? That's going to come into question.
I'm going to measure my control range. I just want to see if maybe I can get the guy in the back. Or make him the primary.
Okay.
Making him the
CRA
primary,
question.
which is the guy at the back.
If the primary target misses, but other ones are in, do they still get to make the CRA, or is it?
No.
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 I
You
would
need to
pick,
pick the primary has to be in.
I'll pick the one of the closest. Then. The primary one. has
pick
to
the
be-
primary.
Okay, so they are range 18.
Great.
Range
How many
18,
are so?
okay, so they got
They-
snipe.
all of those guys are
Bam!
18 is or my
Oh
buttons.
my
Yeah.
god, that's a tight
I'm
one.
worried about one side.
Nope, because your larger base has everything in front of you.
Flipping.
They don't need line of sight.
So he's just flipped over to his time, and then
That's
back.
objective, which
But-
I'm not worried about.
Checking line of sight.
And I have ranked attack.
He has ranked attack, so he's going to be able to
It
Yeah.
also doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Gatsby
Yeah.
say
Yeah.
medium base.
medium base over the smalls.
One.
As
Don't
some
one
Kingston
side.
players may have learned.
It's happened so many times.
Yeah. What is
Yeah.
so?
I
Rat.
should've done- rat 6 plus 7 is
13.
13.
Not double ones. Okay.
That's not double ones.
Dice.
Straight dice.
Straight dice, straight dice. Oh!
Saves you at.
Are you
kidding me?
6 dice, leaving him on 2. Oh my god.
Dear God. This is bad, ladies and gentlemen. This is bad for the Ozman.
So
Okay.
Hey,
close.
that's not average.
8 is above average.
That was that's by this much.
by a freckle and a hair.
Oh my
I think
God.
I think
The
if Gatsby wins
assassin
this,
will activate.
I can see Gatsby winning this easily because Gatsby still has that feat. He moves up, he clouds himself with Banes, and they just come screaming across that board.
absolutely. I'm not denying it. I'm just saying it happened by a freckle and a hair.
I'm finding it very interesting that the scenario isn't being played.
Not at all. They're not.
Assassin will
They're not
activate.
even.
She will.
Well, no, they are.
I know. I know.
They're just hearing us.
They are kind of.
The
Or if you
because
put one
he's
more
had
point, it could
stuff
be-
in
you know
the
what?
zone
She's
the
gonna be
whole
on
time.
his face.
Yeah.
They haven't had that chance to
Yeah.
play for
She's back in
scenario.
there.
One of the reasons I
Put on
chose
it?
this,
Yeah.
and
Full
full disclosure, I was one running the tournament
Yeah.
before.
So you had to
So I
choose this
picked,
one.
I picked the scenario. One of the reasons I chose this is because it has so many scoring options. It has objectives, it has flags, it has zones. So I wanted there to be the biggest chance for them to run for scenario. But Raven
Interesting though. I mean, I think if I were playing this right now,
On
I
the
would have
objective?
just
Off 9?
taken care of his damn
No.
objectives.
Okay.
I mean, there's all the opportunity for
Round
Raven to
close one,
score
boys.
a ton of shitload of
So
points
if you live,
and force the
you
game
have
forward.
6
That
minutes and 40
Yeah.
seconds.
I don't have much. I don't think I'll have an army left.
He stands up. I get.
Here we go. Here we
I
go.
might do it.
All right, Tim's got 34 minutes on the clock versus 6.5 minutes. He still has his feet, and he's survived by 2 hit points.
This is Tim's feet turn. He's going to come out of that gate,
What's the standard round?
unfortunately, heavily.
So plus 5.
I
And then plus 3 cards.
I don't see this going any other direction.
Well,
We're about to watch.
We have
we're about,
watched.
we're about to watch a Crick's master unload.
Well, we
Crick's
have
hammer.
watched Oz's dice betray him.
Yeah,
We could watch Tim's dice turn on him.
that is true. Everything
This
could go
is
wrong.
this is a dice game.
Some
You
terrible
get-
measurements could happen.
Well, it's not necessarily terrible measurements because a good player, that's not going to happen to, because they know their movement, they know how far it is across that board.
Well, especially when you're dealing with melee. I mean, I just need to get base to base with you and you die.
Yeah, but what could happen is those double ones
I'm
could
way
come
over
up.
Well, how are you supposed to kill him?
The Raven is.
How are you
Yeah, kill the Raven.
Yeah, how are you supposed to kill him with Raven?
I have a
Okay.
Complex
Attack
place.
here
Complex place.
on Mage Hunter.
yeah.
6. Miss.
Miss on the mage hunter.
Attack
So
here on Mage Hunter.
gunning for the red player. I really
Miss.
was.
I think that's everybody.
I love Tim. I love watching the dude play, but I was kind of gunning for the red player.
It burns your soul to burns your soul
No, I don't want
to
to.
cheer for the Crips.
Yeah, you just I think you do lose
A little bit of soul.
a little bit of soul.
No, I'm fine.
I've been watching a lot of Supernatural lately. So,
Yeah.
you know, it's, rooting for Cricks, you basically just become the vessel for the devil. At that
Yes,
point.
he is. He's gonna
He's gonna
charge that
charge
bird.
that guy?
Yep.
He's gonna curse them.
Yep.
Charge
He
and
is going to
curse
pressure.
Yep.
and thresher.
Everybody,
That's
9
everybody.
to hit.
So he's
Can he get
I don't
to?
hit that guy.
You don't need that. Okay.
I know that's what
Can he get to
It's
Raven?
because these guys are big.
Where is Raven? Raven's the one in the back, I guess.
So I roll 9, I need a 5. 5. Hit. Good.
That 1,
2,
No, Raven's not there.
3.
No, that's what I mean. Raven's so far back, so he's clearing a path.
and then over here,
Hit.
4 and
Yeah, that hits.
2, 6, 13.
Mm-hmm.
A non-charge attack, so this is going to be, what is your armor, 18? Dice off. You go down to 16, so dice off 4.
Oh, he has Dark Shroud too?
Everything
so
has
two
Dark
damage.
Shroud. Why are you even asking?
And I make 3 damage.
Does it have Dark Shroud? Because crits.
No, it's just Banes and Bane adjacent things.
Bane.
So it's Banes, Tartarus, Terminus.
Banes, Bane-like things. Oh, and don't forget about Bane engines. That just like a 4-inch.
Did somebody place a Wraith engine in a nasty place?
No.
In a very nasty place. I still feel I'm going to the doctor next week to get my Wraith engine.
Command check.
So it got quiet out in the stream there. We anybody joining us now in the stream, we are on the last round, I think.
Well,
Right,
you say last round.
Say last round, but it's never over till it's over.
Oh,
as
yes.
we've learned with War Machine. We're watching 2 master players play for the Final Masters for the
What's their
Geek
defense?
Summit.
13.
13. Okay,
It has been pretty
Windshot
amazing.
Combine.
I have
Advance.
seen Red do stuff I did not think Red could
Well,
do.
we don't have a lot of ret in our meta.
Not a lot of Red in our meta, but also we've seen Red.
This guy was, I believe, to this
We
guy.
saw Red play balls,
But not yet.
I mean,
I guess we should.
usually Red
shoot
you
the back guy.
hang
Okay,
back.
so-
It's kind of
Seven.
more like Signar. You sit back and then you get
That's
a
should
triple.
hit.
This has been
Nine.
pretty tough.
I'm 13, you are.
We've seen ridiculously hairy arms.
This is the
versus,
guy was in the
you
back.
know,
And it's part 12.
with and red sweaters.
So
It's been
we'll do
beautiful.
this guy into here, 7.
Well,
Nope,
hopefully afterward.
this
we'll,
guy into here, boost a hit.
What's he?
And so I'm on the hill, so I'm
Okay.
15.
God,
I boost a
to
hit, so on a
compliment
7, I
how
need an 8.
quickly Tim plays. Looks like dice on table, dice off, but he's also verifying all of his dice rolls. Okay, you see that? Yep.
Yeah. Well, that's one of the things. There is
Derek
actually
gonna charge the
a
matron.
document for people who are
We're
judging
going to
tournaments
try and
that
be
gives best
within the half inch
practices.
here, but not in the half inch.
In that document,
Within
one
two
of the
of
things
there
that
and
they
not
say
five.
is
Correct.
one of
I
the
charge,
best
so it's a
practices
cavalry
is to
charge,
make
so it's a 9, so I need
that
6.
no die is
Hit.
picked up off the table until both players agree on its
Absolutely.
outcome.
I mean,
Okay,
how many
top
times have
13.
I
So
grabbed
dice
dice
plus one.
and been off on the numbers, and then you say,
Isn't that?
wasn't that a 5?
I'm gonna put up
There's,
that.
there's a couple really good players
Yep.
that actually use a pair of
We'll go this way.
dice, not cups, but little rolling trays, dice trays.
With my
One
like
on their
out.
left, one on their right. They roll hits on one of them and damage on the other. So the rolls are always around long enough for the opponent to stop, verify, check.
And Tim's got time at this point, so he's also able to verify, but he's still playing super efficiently and super.
There's no way for them to see through clouds, right?
Which is, I mean,
But Tim is a little bit in the
We'll
tank.
go with the Fane.
He's doing. You can hear his thoughts going.
Nice.
he's allowed to be though.
Nice.
He's got 29 minutes in the clock versus 6.
Yeah, but he still hasn't done his feet. The feet is going to take time.
This guy's going to charge the objective.
Now, yeah, here we go.
There
comes
we go.
the
All right,
objective.
so here is another sign of a great player.
Well, here's the thing, though.
This guy's going to charge the objective.
I don't think he's going for the
This guy's
objective.
going to charge
Oh,
the
he's
objective.
using it to get to the caster, you think?
Well, see, the thing is, if they kill off the objective,
He's the leader. He is going to charge.
then
this
they
guy.
can make their attack on another thing.
Got it.
The boost
So far,
charge.
who's they've talked about this, but the others haven't.
He's using the objective.
This one's going
as
to charge
his-
Diana.
Yeah.
He's gonna hit. Strike 15.
Because the charge is going to be a success no matter what.
Charge.
As long as it does enough damage,
We are
it's going to definitely.
Apparently, the audio from the game is louder than us. Just
Oh,
so you know. So we should probably turn that down.
Well, it's probably because we keep sitting back.
Oh yeah, we've been sitting back further and farther.
Yeah.
Well, we can turn down the audio from the game anyway. 'Cause
Well, because that's not important.
nobody's listening to them.
This guy's going to charge disco.
Wait,
can see the-
actually, they probably
No,
should listen.
Yeah,
to
they
that.
probably really
Not
should.
really us.
You have my lasers, so you were.
It's probably best
don't
that
think
we're
you
kind
can,
of
though.
muted out by the game.
Probably don't need to listen to us.
Depends on where the objective is.
We're really here to
So-
make the parts where they're just sitting there rolling dice a little less boring.
So what you're watching here, guys, is two master players go against each other and listening to two idiots comment on them.
Exactly. Later on, we're hoping to get Tim Banky to comment on our video on YouTube, so that we can have the sort of the
The
inception,
opposite.
right?
Right.
Where so we have the intelligent person
Exactly.
commenting on the two yahoos, commenting on the good
And then we can
players.
just mute them.
Yeah, that is the best way to do it.
Charge this guy.
I'm watching Tim unbox at this point, and I am not sure what his strategy is.
Oh yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah. I wasn't sure how much
Kill all the things.
Kill. Well, I mean, yeah, he's gonna kill everything.
Like, I mean,
but he's not.
it's a
well,
quick strategy.
Yeah, I guess. Well, I mean, right now he's still moving. He hasn't actually
Let's
started rolling.
do attack on disco.
Okay.
So disco attack. Ooh, with a 3. Owie.
Not
9.
good.
Yeah.
Discordia is a nice
On the
high.
objective, we'll go this way around.
Okay.
So
So
auto hits,
starting on that guy.
master.
Do they have dark side also?
Nope.
Okay,
So that's out 7.
Dice minus 7 on a weapon master
5,
charge.
6, 7. 6 damage.
So
Next one.
6 damage, so it's got
Going
9 left.
Uh,
Ooh, cranks the
10,
roll.
16. It's not dead yet. So you did 6 last time, off 7, off 10 more. Off 7.
yeah, 10 more. That's 16 total.
16 total. And they only have 15 boxes.
That's right.
There we go. Oz has figured it out. I was just about to say, that is enough for a kill.
Soulless.
So onto the soulless because his target is gone.
This guy here on that mage
We need I'm at 14.
14. So it's base minus
I think you need 6 because you have curse on it.
Yes.
Oh, 5.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh, double ones.
One on Iona.
Yep.
And on Iona,
5 and 8.
I keep forgetting Iona Coulter out there.
This one on
where
Iona.
else are they going to be?
7.
They
and
needed that kiss last time.
I mean, I just don't think they were as effective as you want.
Well, they kissed a unit and they destroyed like
True.
3/4 of that unit.
Very true.
Like that's kind of their job.
Yeah. I kissed a unit once and I liked it.
I've heard that.
Yeah.
Now, remember what I was saying about dice?
What's that medium base?
Dice can betray you.
Yeah. And we just saw an entire unit that should have landed about half of its hits, land none of them.
Yeah, I mean, we're kind of looking at even game versus even game. My only concern is that 6 minutes on the
All-Diver
clock
is
on the
going
other
to
side.
advance.
Well-
Trying to hit from here. I can't, so I'm stuck there.
Gaspy's so far down the
Too
field.
bad.
Poor little Helldiver's not going to make it through that hole.
I've got mine back.
Good check with the proxy base.
Run charge. This one charge disco.
Blood Witch is coming in.
Blood
Trying-
witches!
Well, they've
And a
taken-
whole lot of field charges.
Well, no, it's a run charge.
Yeah, but still, one got
So-
through.
Well, the idea is if he can somehow dig out Disco, he's getting that zone, right?
This is a POW.
Because we just watched the objective go down,
Yeah.
which means that Tim can now score.
Yeah.
Which, in the end, this game is starting to look kind of even. Tim's going for points. That's not a bad tactic.
Well, one of the things in a tournament game, it's vitally important that you get points. Because if you lose one game, those points are really going to matter to you.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
any chance you have,
Well, straight up. From now on, I mean, I've learned this lesson. I'm not I'm not like an expert tournament player, but I've learned this lesson. Points mean a hell of a lot when it comes down to the wire. Try to get both. You know, it should. When you're doing your Gantt chart, it should be: can I score points? Can I kill their caster? How many points can I get before I kill their caster? If I can't do any of those 3 things, how do I set up to do one
of
next
those.
round? Yeah.
What's your defense? 13? 7? Yep.
Hits.
Armor is
17.
17, so -2, so 15. So dice off the 4. Kills him.
whoa, monster damage.
Double axes, attack here.
Okay.
So there's the
7, so 11. Over here.
that's a hit.
Ooh, that's a hit.
Power 11 Weapon Master. Okay.
Yeah.
He's not carving up as much as I thought he would do, dude.
5
and 7, 6.
12.
Nope, miss. On the Mage Hunter.
Oh,
hit.
oh, there we go.
11. Yep.
Ow.
Over here on the standard.
Miss on the standard. Ow.
No.
So, what was I saying about dice betraying someone?
Good.
This may go to turn 3. I thought Tim had this locked down, but
Yes, he does.
There's a lot of things that.
he didn't take out the disco is the jack, I'm guessing.
Yeah, Discordia.
Discordia. Didn't take out disco.
8. 9, 10.
Yeah, he's explaining where all of his medals went. There was a purge, and then, yeah.
Yeah, and that's why I have this block of dead dudes over here.
Yeah, because
And
purge.
Tim's about to feat. And suddenly Tim will have all of the stuff.
I don't think he gets all the stuff, but I think he gets all.
Hasn't been a good game
Isn't
for
it
dice.
like it's not the one that you get like 10 back for 1 turn or something?
No, yeah, I believe that's actually what it is. Well,
Yeah, I know.
I'm not sure if
They
it's
just
10,
roll off
but
the table.
It's a lot for
it's a
one
lot.
turn.
Well, the idea is it's only things that you've killed. So when you're waiting for his feat, you have to either pick your targets or just go for, I'm going to kill more than he can bring back, let's just kill them all.
Yeah. Tim's still sitting on 20 minutes on the clock. He's in a good position to think. And Gatsby moves the hell the heck. Get the fuck out of Dodge. And puts a bunch of shit in front of me. So
When you're when you're playing against the shooty army and there's no kill box in play, that is the right answer.
I don't know what you're talking about. I think when you're playing a shooty army, you should like play balls out. You know, put yourself out there. You know. So what? You get shot a couple times by a storm wall. It's not a big deal. What are you gonna lose in one turn?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, you're probably right.
No.
Trying to find a place to put those flags.
The old leaning circle.
Oh,
No feet. I am surprised. Oh my God.
no feet.
No feet. Just a whole lot of cloud.
He's banking on that cloud wall and the fact that he's got everything tied up.
I score 1.
Doesn't all those damn mage hunters just ignore clouds? How does he score 1? Flag?
No.
Oh, he took
the
out the
objective.
objective.
13.
And on
13.
Trying to figure out how to clear that zone.
actually,
If he can clear, Disco can't get the charge because of that wall. That's a really good position to be in.
That's a wonderful position to be in.
But can't most of those mage hunter badasses just ignore clouds?
you know what?
No.
No. She's gonna kiss him. You made a mistake.
There's the kiss.
6 and 8 is 14.
Yeah.
And he's gonna aim and shoot. Okay. He's gonna fire. So 10. 10 and 10 is 20.
That's a kill.
Pow.
Oh no, it's a hit.
15. So dead.
That's a kill.
That's a kill.
Second shot will be into this guy.
Sorry, who?
God, 6 minutes on the clock. I'd be so stressed out right now.
Don't remind him. He'll hear this in just a
Yeah,
second.
he's like, 15 seconds from now, he's gonna be reminded how stressed he is. Wait, you know what we should do? We should like do like, oh, like right.
Just
And
pick
he'd be
random
like,
times.
What? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh!
He'll have no idea what
He'll be
that's
like,
about.
What?
Raven is gonna activate first. He's gonna move
That'll be hilarious. I'm waiting. Okay, 15 seconds.
here.
Now we're just messing with us. That's mean. The dude's got 4 minutes left in the. We shouldn't be doing that to Tim.
We shouldn't be fucking with the guy with 4 minutes on his clock. All right, so Raven's up, sitting on all that focus. She just allocated the one. Do some work, Raven. That's your job.
As far as from him as she can be, she has reach. So that'll be right there.
So she's staying engaged.
There we go. All right.
So on him.
Oh, totally unfazed. You didn't hear
Totally
it.
unfazed.
Totally unfazed. That's master. That's master right there.
No, he's learned to ignore the idiots in the corner.
Pretty much probably the best way to go.
Yeah, I would say so.
Matt 7.
If you're just tuning in, we're playing on about a 15-second delay. And that is probably a good thing so that they're not listening to anything that we're saying. Not that they would anyway, but
Yeah, they're way too good players to listen to our asses.
7 and 4.
oh, watching that clock go down is just horrifying.
Into him. Actually, no. I will make a melee attack.
Yes.
With my,
with your second initiative.
with my second
I
initiative.
would just turn over to Tim at this point and try to survive with 3 minutes.
Oh!
3 will miss.
The dice betray poor Oz again.
Oh my god!
the old my dice sucking cover.
Okay. I'll my attack.
I forgot the damn mortals.
7. 5 and 7 is 12. Hit.
That is a hit! Oh my god, finally.
All right, cleared some space.
I'm going to
He's-
shoot into
Gatsby?
No,
No, you can't. He has no line of sight.
too far away.
7.
Too much line of sight.
God, just needs to clear something.
That's a hit.
12.
3 minutes.
Kills her.
Yep.
I'm going to shimmy up to...
So stressful.
I hit him.
So stressful.
All that?
No, the main knight there.
Yeah, going after that Bane Knight. Cleaning up.
Hits on an 11.
Wow, nice, no problem.
I'm going to make my quick shot into...
Ah, there we go. Clear line.
Do you have a laser?
Now we just need to get something in there.
Because, yep. Okay, into that guy. Into him.
Yeah.
Actually, I may not know because of the way the lineup sits.
If you aren't, I'd be worried about a free strike on one of your moves.
Well, she moved in this direction, right?
Yeah, okay, then you're fine. Yeah, shoot what you want.
I'm gonna shoot it.
Honorable thing to do. Such a sportsmanlike thing to do.
Hits at a 6, 7, 6, 13. Well, top 14.
There's 10, 11.
So it kills him.
Yeah.
She'll Swift Hunter.
Your armor 11. So it's place off 2. Take here.
Yep.
You're on.
Okay, I will bind attack into that guy.
1 minute, 48 seconds left on the clock. Gatsby's got 2 hit points left, ladies and gentlemen. He just needs 1 clear shot.
I'm not sure where he can manufacture it though. I think he's going to try and get as many points as he can.
You think that's what he's going for?
I think he's just clearing.
4 and 7 is 11.
Just trying to get
Oh,
zone
How many
control?
boards have I rolled?
Oh my
I
god.
think he's just going for zone control and switch over?
And triple ones.
Strength of the bear.
Oh my goodness.
I'll make another shot, another...
It is a dice game, and it's horrible to blame the dice. You should never do that. But his dice totally betrayed him.
Oh, dude, I've never seen trip ones followed by like 6 double 1 rolls.
You know, it makes me want to go back through the video and see exactly see how many times it's happened.
Is he trying to manufacture? So Spartan 2.0 is talking about Raven's gun. Kata?
Gun kata.
Well, Kata.
You know, the gun kata?
Yeah.
From-
Now, is he trying to manufacture
Okay,
his
that'll be her activation.
30 seconds?
That's it.
Oh,
It's the end of that activation.
oh my God.
He'll activate. Make an attack against
He just needs to take out those 2 Banes and
7 and
switch
6,
over.
That's a hit.
Hits. Power 16.
Minus 1.
Manufacture a point on 20 seconds?
4 down.
18 seconds?
No, he's going for the dominate for 2.
I will make an attack against the Blood Witch.
If he can kill that Blood Witch, then he's got 2 points at the end of the game
No, not with the attack.
for dominating the zone.
4 and 6 is 10. I'll miss.
Oh, buying that attack.
Okay, guys.
It's over.
Oh, there it is.
It's over. Came down to clock in the end.
It is over.
Just trying to get that 1 extra point to clock out with a point,
I
but
know, I made a bunch of big mistakes.
well, ladies and gentlemen, we could probably switch over. Well, I guess we can leave this up, but because they're going to be doing some talking. Let's listen to a little bit of the aftermath now. George is going to do a bit of texting, and I'm going to shut up.
I've got
Base minus 4.
15.
Blah blah.
Zachary, you're the worst.
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah.
Here.
Just wait for Tim to get that text. You'll be able to see it pop up.
What's
on your
hilarious is
phone in the corner.
Chain Attack Trev just started rebroadcasting this right now.
Just
Right
now.
at the end of the game.
Right at the end of the game.
That's
That's
awesome. But
Well, they want to
Right.
yeah, we will Skype here. Where's my phone? Maybe we can,
Yeah. So what we're gonna do now is we're just gonna wait for them to Skype in, and as soon as my cohort in crime is back, we'll flip over to that.
Striker's not. Walk right.
luckily I don't have to drive, and I was for sure when I got here. This family friendly. I mean, I'm drinking this lovely juice.
This lovely
Apple juice.
Okay,
All
here
right.
it comes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're moving over to Skype mode. We're going to talk to Oz and Tim, who you've just watched have an epic battle. Crix versus Rhett. Badass. Commentary from 2 people who don't know what the hell they're talking about. Oh, they're even moving the camera up so that we can see them. I think, maybe.
Yep, that's what
We're
we're
looking
doing
at a
right now.
picture of a butt or something.
I'm calling them. There we go.
Oh, hey guys.
Hey guys, give me 1 second.
Yeah, no problem. We're watching you 15 seconds ago. We're watching you from the past. Do stuff.
Hey guys.
Hey.
Hey guys, give me 1 second.
Yep.
All right. That's that. I'm gonna close this.
There we go. We've swapped over to Skype up here.
Interview mode.
Yep.
For...
Interview mode active. We're now no longer in the past. They should actually be